Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
everyone. I know we said we died, but we're back for one more round or two. I don't know. We're living on borrowed time.
Look, I mentioned last week in the Kingdom Hearts chat, we can finally talk about coming back. And then nobody really responded to that, so.
I have to check.
We just started talking about other things.
Oops.
That's why I didn't notice.
It was literally, guys, we can start talking about coming back, and then like immediately, like Anthony and Lily got into another conversation.
That's why I didn't notice. I like saw it, and then I was like, "Oh, they're just talking about Legend of Dragoon, whatever."
Oops.
So I've just decided because of that, nobody was really wanting to come back, I guess.
Oops. That's so fucking funny. Again, I just thought we were gonna talk about it, and then again, so they just started talking about something else, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's not important.
What's funnier is I don't think I saw your message, so I just did all of that to sabotage you without knowing.
Oh my god, you literally didn't, I think. Yeah, you literally, like, it was like, okay, I'm gonna put Lily on blast here. God forbid me. Yeah, the conversation goes, Nico goes in saying DST is almost upon us. We're ready to start.
I did this before daylight savings time.
Yeah,
like, way before.
Like, I respond, oh god, it's happening, and then Anthony responds, yay. I believe, yeah, 10 minutes later, Lily asks, I have a feeling the answer is no, but does anyone have any opinions on fashion and stuff?
Oh my god, I started talking about
and then we didn't continue after this. 2 days later, February 28th, that's when the conversation about JRPGs started.
Look, we'll talk about it later. Maybe we'll have Kingdom Hearts next week. Who knows?
I'm sorry.
We'll have it next year.
I got distracted by my dysphoria.
I'm mostly ready. Like, we could have had Kingdom Hearts this week. I'm ready to go back. Like, it's everything's ready and got together.
It's just about talking about it.
The only thing that
funny.
isn't ready is like potentially like a new thumbnail potentially. Like that's not even a full thing of if we're gonna do it or not. Like, you guys said that maybe we would.
Yeah, I have a thumbnail, so I just need to get in there.
That is literally like that's the only thing that isn't ready, and that doesn't need to be ready because it doesn't have to happen.
Even if it happen later
outfit for the new season.
It'd be nice to have a new thumbnail for the new season. I think it'd be nice to like split the thing
visually,
up. Yeah.
Can I have a new outfit?
If I get money.
It's like, I don't know, Lily. Do you have money? No. Okay.
I have
money. Do you accept debt?
I have $14 in my bank account.
Hey, you have more money than me. Hell yeah.
Well, that's because you spent your money on food. But yes.
Anyway,
I did have 20.
You didn't spend your money on food in this economy?
I don't have any. I had to go and you know the water bottle I used for G Fuel the day today?
Yeah.
I took that from my neighbor.
Oh my god, we were actually fucked.
Earlier today, my neighbor was like, "Hey, if you're taking those in, can you take mine in?" Because I was taking the garbage cans up to the front, and I'm like, "Sure, whatever." And then whenever I did it for them, because apparently they injured their ankle or something, I can't remember exactly what they said because I don't talk to my neighbors, and I'm antisocial as fuck. They're like, "Thank you. Is there anything you want?" I'm like, and I looked and saw they had like water bottles on their porch. I'm like, can I have a couple waters? and they gave me 2 waters. I'm like, thank you, and I left.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's Emerald.
Emerald!
Hello.
We were stalling, talking about poverty. Are we all ready? Let's jump in. Woo!
Yeah, woo!
What happened in the last time?
I think I'll take this one.
Oh, yeah?
Is anyone here a fucking mermaid in the call? Like, what is going
Shut the
on?
fuck up. I have my own vocal exercises. Damn, you don't have to be more beautiful than me.
My vocal
We
exercises
started
is saying trading card game names over and over in the same this voice.
In the same tone for like 3 hours.
That's my vocal exercises.
Started last time reacting to what we found about. Whoa, come on. I got this.
I believe in
Good.
you.
Oof.
We just slapped your ass cheeks for.
Because that's where my voice is. I talk out of my ass.
I've known that.
Oh, I get it.
I've known that for a while.
Started last time reacting to what we found out about the woman and the prince. We discussed a bit about it. And we also learned that Monkey-O's temporal magic essence has been around much longer than our own. Showing us that even though Monkey-O only came here yesterday our time, or a few hours our time, became much longer for him. So, even though it would have been technically better in a way for us if we were able to leave and come back, that didn't seem to be much of an option. Shut the fuck up, phone! I'm doing something!
I thought you were going to talk to me because I just switched the soundtrack over to my Sad Tunes playlist.
Oh, okay.
So
No, I was talking to my phone.
okay. I have sad
Better
Dragon
not
Quest
make
music.
Pokemon noises next, or I'll break. I can't break you. You're like my one contact with the world.
I have sad Dragon Quest music in my Sad Boy playlist.
Oh my god.
For
Our
why?
survival would benefit
For
us
sad
from
things.
going out and coming back later. To stay at the sinking area, the temporal magic. We knew that wasn't really an option. We decided we're all staying because we have a duty to fulfill. We're not gonna let anything stand in our way. Start splitting off. Belly and Kyle look in the cafeteria, while Law and Fabio turn towards the students. The students seem to be having their own discussions, but fates changed as a necromancer approaches. And Fabio learn more about themselves than they expected.
Oh, it was just a head. It wasn't a necromancer. It was just a head.
Head.
It was a skull head. Sorry, continue.
Well, I wanted to give them a proper title. I didn't want to just think of them as head.
It's the
Total head?
head necromancer.
XD. Anyway. With their help, Fabio learns the true power of his evil heart and summons his owl skeleton, while Law learns the true power of divorce and allows Toledo to speak. It's a weird connection, but hey, it works.
While you're doing this, I know what I have to do now. I actually just now thought of it. Keep going.
Toledo mentions how someone did something to Monkey-O, and they've been trying to tell us that for ages. I'm not sure what, but now they're able to talk, even though they specifically did not want to be able to talk. Now everyone can hear her. Oops. Maybe, like, the thing about divorce, you think about how Law and their wife reacted. What about the children? What about Toledo? Toledo suffers from the divorce more than those two. Anyway,
What the fuck are you talking about?
the power of divorce that allowed you to allow Toledo to speak. Now Toledo
Well, it was
gets
more
to
like
speak.
making a connection with my dark heart, which
Yeah, your
happened because
divorce
I had
heart.
to divide 50% of my assets with my ex-husband.
Exactly.
Mood.
And because of that divorce, Toledo can speak, and Toledo didn't want to speak.
Mood.
Her divorce hurt Toledo more than you two could ever have hurt each other.
It's kind of
I
true.
don't think that's true.
That's a little true.
I don't think it's true.
I'm really hurting Fabio. Look, he's turned to the dark arts.
Fabio needed it.
He did.
That's good for him, I think.
We go to Cavelli and Kyle, who fortunately did not find much. No one seemed to be there. Because of this, they were able to have a heart-to-heart. Start discussing stuff, and oh,
There it is.
got closer.
I'm making out sloppy, brother.
I'm giving you a temporary token for your owl, and it's funny.
Yay!
There you go.
Because
This is Barry.
though it did start as a smooch on the
Barry.
cheek, because Cavelli's friends taught her to trust again, and Monkey O taught her to get close again. Cavelli's true self erupted into a passionate kiss towards Kyle. Though she said she didn't mean it. Come on, we all knew. Like, the only one she was hiding her crush from was herself. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Cavelli was not subtle.
They didn't
Anyway.
completely.
Oh my God,
they didn't
she's
completely.
bisexual, we all knew that.
They didn't completely misread the situation and think it was a regular kiss and then go in further. No, it was the other thing.
Hey. Because I said this is the canon now.
That's true. I've always said anytime someone brings up that's not how it worked, it's like, did you do the recap? Do it next time. That's true.
That's what I could have been doing the whole time.
Literally, anytime someone brings up like that's not how it happened, I usually just went, "Are you doing the recap?"
No, okay.
But you do the recap
But
a lot of the
no,
time, so
I did think of that kiss, and I did think, yeah, it's kind of because of her friends in Monkey-O that she was able to express herself in that way.
yeah, definitely.
Well, that's why she did it. Kyle just went for like a kiss on the cheek, and Cavelli's like, "This is more." Well, okay.
All right.
They seem very, very okay with it for some reason or another.
Bro, this game's insane.
And they kissed passionately, which everyone accepted, except for the bitch in the back. Oh, hey, the Quaddle's here.
She's got homophobia in her eyes.
She mostly just wanted you to leave so they could keep eating.
Now, because of pudding and because of a lot of talk, he told her the state of things, and say we had a plan afterward would be giving us a bit too much credit because once we all got together, we just kind of kidnapped her. We have now broken the cycle. She is able to sense things around the halls. This includes a voice that ended up deeper in the Quietmarch than they thought. They're glad they brought the Quaddle out with the pudding as requested. Which, yeah, like, it's good we brought the pudding, but it probably would have been easier if we used a potato sack, but, you know, pudding works. Pudding works.
Coercion's a lot better than like regular kidnapping, right? Though to be fair, you did also regular kidnap, so.
Yeah, we did also
mean-
regular kidnap her, but then we coerced her.
Yeah, coercion is the safe one, but which one's the hot one?
By the way, never go to a court of law with me, please.
Your Honor, it was sexier this way. Your
Sustained.
Honor.
Oh my god, it's working.
We don't have great lawyers here, just like in any. We don't have great judges
It's like
here,
a
just
real
like in
life?
any world.
But with all that, we all have a single target. We have to find the prince. We have to break this cycle. And we will now truly be interfering with the so-called God Run. What will be our fates? Who knows? We're in this together. Thick and probably maybe one more game. Probably die.
Does anyone want to go into a little bit further of what happened at the end of last game?
Yeah, kind of important about that last part.
Sorry, the last
It's
part.
really funny you missed the last bit. Anyway, the team decides that, well, the people who should be looking for, one of them is Antea, for, you know, the reasons of if they are working with us and we're working with them, it'll be easier to do our one run. So we go over here to this room, which is now the Anthea room, but previously was just the room, capital R, where we learned that for some reason Sarah was living in a room, like an apartment with white walls and nothing else in it. And Anthea kept walking in there through a mirror and comforting him. About Quaddle being missing because we kidnapped her.
Oops.
And notably, pretty fucked, but by the power of Holy Might / Fate Card / who knows, Fabio breaks the weird mirror thing and the entire room's concept of time breaks. So it's just Anthea and us, and Anthea is like, alright, man, what the fuck's going on here? Come on. When I've noticed you took the bitch, there she is, being here and not there, and I have to do all the fucking work around here. And first of all, she's a MILF. Unfortunately,
First of all,
we must
she is definitely not a young girl, like she said.
That is not a young girl. Unfortunately, we must stand.
Mommy? Sorry.
Mommy, sorry.
Very hot. I'm crazy as hot. We know this.
Just imagine it from Fabio. It's just like, mommy?
No.
Wait, no, sorry.
No.
How did I? Oh, I know how I missed it. Whoops.
Anyway, we talked with her successfully. We've reached a level of some understanding that we at least convinced her that maybe this is the last one. So, you know, working together would be beneficial. And, you know, she notes again that we don't know what happens to the prince in the years that he disappears. Because at some point, he disappears, and no matter after an explosion, and no matter what she does or where she goes, literally she turns around and he's gone. And it happens at a point of like some sort of magical explosion in the academy. We also theorize that maybe the reason why things are happening to this guy is because what's the name, the headmaster, yeah, is a little jealous about the fact that Zara's a little special little boy.
Jealous of his fashion.
Jealous of his fashion choices. Jealous of his swag. We also learned that if Zaro exits, he will immediately die upon contact with that kind of Quietmarch, which is a little fucked. Which means he's got a malady. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it tracks with what we could have imagined, but, you know, it's so weird because we imagine that to be like scale stuff, but, you know, whatever.
That's the thing about that, isn't it? people can get maladies and go back to the Quietmarch.
Yeah, it's just
Most people
different.
most people with maladies live in the Quietmarch.
Exactly. So is it a malady?
Man,
It's
it's so
malady.
interesting how little people in this world actually know of the maladies, huh?
About anything.
Because they are afraid and want to never have anything to do with them. Also, 2 people know that, know deep inside their hearts that it is not a malady. It's in fact a different kind of sickness, because he never went to the Quietmarch before this, but it definitely feels like a malady, so it's definitely similar, if anything.
We're assuming it's a malady. We'll just say it like that.
It 1,000,000,000% is, but it's not what anybody here has said is a malady yet. Because nobody truly understands them.
People have malady and go into the Quietmarch. Is that them getting down with the sickness?
The big thing that, from what you guys know currently, and from what has been told to you last game, if Zaro has a malady, he never got it from the Quietmarch, because he obviously got it while he was in the kingdom, which goes against what everyone in the kingdom thinks about what maladies are.
Oh.
They would be the literal first and only person to ever obtain a malady outside of the Quietmarch.
That would be scary. We don't want to think about that.
I
We would never want to think about anything. So that child is jail, just magical
Oh no,
jail.
it's airborne.
It's airborne. Oh fuck. Oh shit.
I can't believe COVID got brought to this world 10 years before law got here.
Oh fuck.
Like someone.
I guess like
during
more
COVID,
close to 12 years, 12 to 13 years. Who
Can't
cares?
believe
Calculating.
someone during COVID saw a portal and decided this is my freedom, coughs into the portal.
Oh my god. They cough in it and throw their mask into it out of protest.
Yeah. And somehow they knew about the portal, they know about the magic. They're just that protesting against all this. They died of polio.
Fuck. Anyway.
Sitting there in stunned silence at that one.
But yes, basically you guys learned that that the prince has a malady. Again, goes against everything that people in the kingdom would think is a malady, but they apparently have one, which will make it where they will die if they make their way into the area in between here. At least that's what Anthea says. Every time that they get brought into there, they explode and or die. But one thing that she was able to do was she was able to make a copy of the Coatl, because the other Coatl cannot stick around, because obviously letting him know things and do things and talk to them is not what she wants to happen. So she made the only stipulation to her thing to keep the Coatl. They will make the Coatl still be around Zaro, so he doesn't end up being a depressed little depresso. Yeah. The Coatl did not like that, because that means the Coatl has to only ever be around Zaro every 2 weeks, and they don't like it.
Sorry, I missed the entire last section. I realized what happened while I was watching for the recap. There's one point where someone says we'll see you maybe next week, maybe not at all, and I'm like, oh,
That was me most likely, yeah.
I'm like, oh, this huge section here is probably just us scooping around. I think I've done the episode.
Only the next hour of the game.
Yeah. To be fair, I just woke up. It was half an hour before game, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I'm good.
I know you wouldn't be able to live without me. All right, let's move on. Come on.
But yes, as you guys brought the Coatl back into this room, they explained that anytime you make your way to Zaro's room from now on, you should be able to find a future version of Anthea there to either answer questions or do whatever needs to be done. Meaning, effectively, this room is cut off from the time stuff because of what happened with Fabio.
Yeah, I broke the time thing.
You were also the one that broke the time thing on everybody else for some reason.
Yeah.
You have, little
Something's going
angel
on.
man.
Something's going on with you, or you were
What's
able
going
to,
on,
you were the only
bird
one not
boy?
affected by shit. And then you sort of spread that influence around an entire room for some reason or another.
I don't need to think too hard about this.
Your
Other
special
people can do the thinking for me.
You guys all made your way back into the hallway. You guys essentially have a new thought of what you need to do. However, the thought is similar to the old thought. The old thought just being find a way to figure your way through this stuff. Now you have a ally, kind of, in your things to go about with. But in the end, whatever happens going forward is still up to all of you. So, as you all return to this cave, this isn't cave music. What are you doing in my cave playlist?
Calm cave music, soothing
The
cave
calmest
music.
cave, the most calm cave ever. What happened to my cave playlist?
No, like
My cave playlist is missing. That was normal tunes. Where's cave? No,
Lost cave?
I lost cave. But
no.
this one.
No.
Is this one? Is this? Sure. Anyway.
Okay, all right, let's go.
You guys find your way into this area once more. As you do, the Coatl at this point has returned to their human form. They apparently cannot switch without influence from Zardoel. Or Zardoel. As you guys now have thoughts of what you want to do. You guys want to go over, want to debrief anything, want to keep talking about stuff? Do you want to go to any of the other areas in particular? I'm going to assume that you guys coming back, you probably at least filled in Dakar on what happened, because he has refused to go in any of these rooms except for the library.
Oh, yeah.
Very strange. I did not get the feeling that she was anything like what you all have told me the one time I met with Anthea before all of this. I would not have brought you to such a dangerous individual.
Next time, you better two-time people. Hey.
Perhaps I should be more two-timey.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that around the village.
She might have simply changed, right? From what we heard outside, she had just switched personality from outside.
Apparently coming in here and leaving, she was a completely different person, right? Yeah.
And now she's probably even more different than that.
Apparently she's been through several variations of this loop that we're calling it, so I suppose, yes. If I can only imagine what this place is going to do in the 60 or so years that are in between the 10 that she likes. Even if this wasn't the last one of these, I wouldn't want to be around for the center of all of it.
Monkey O was here long, and he was only here for a few hours from our time. I can only imagine just how long she's been here.
Even then, I can't really even remember half the stuff that's gone on with me. It's all fuzzy, but it's gradually coming back. I remember certain faces, and I remember certain events, but nothing like an explosion like what was asked about before. Perhaps that's where everything ends for my memory.
It's possible.
What?
It's possible
And
that you're like
everything-
me and apparently die or something.
Maybe after a loop. If we end up like that.
Well,
we're
at
hoping
least
to-
it seems that if we die, we'll return back here at the beginning of everything, so that's good. But at the same time, I don't want to go through another loop with what we learned about going further down.
Yeah, because there's a chance we might forget the entire loop.
Our other danger at that point wouldn't quite be dying. It would be whoever did what happened to Monkio.
She
Someone
said,
must have interfered with his memory. As we can see, no one else has had that kind of memory wipe. Someone had to have done it.
According to whatever was down in the dirt that wanted us to have a shovel, apparently the headmaster did some stuff with some other time travelers. Maybe it's him. Maybe
If
it's
it
him
was
because he's
dirt, I would've-
jealous and he's mad and he is weird and he's... maybe it's them.
First, if it was dirt, I would have dug him up by now. I'm good at digging. Second,
Very much stone, yeah. It's like rock and stuff.
It's quite hard.
Second, there are still a lot of people we don't know.
If we're able to find something, some kind of tool, I believe I could dig him out. He looks to his hands. I can't use my bare hands, but I'm very confident in my strength.
Do you think that mages would have a pickaxe?
If they're apparently going down into the Quietmarch as much as we thought about them, Hal looks around. They might.
Oh, I was joking around.
The
but
question would
okay.
be, where would they store it, right?
Now we just need to
where'd
find
we
their
go?
supplies.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna find the mage janitor, I guess.
That was me.
Oh. Do you have a pickaxe?
Nope.
Oh, darn, we'll have to ask someone else.
Toledo seems
Wow.
to raise their hand.
yes, Toledo.
They start miming things again.
That's okay, buddy. Let's see how well that goes.
They start to point to the rooms you guys have already been in and then cross their arms.
It can't be any of these rooms.
Wait, Monkio, I might have something hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just a maybe. There's this boomerang you see.
The wooden boomerang. You want to use the wooden
Like
boomerang?
something.
My maul would be better.
We'll give him your maw.
Neither of those have anything that are like scoopy, though. They're not scoopy things.
They're not scoopy things.
I'm
Breaking the
Scooby.
rock.
I don't know how you need a
Maybe.
scoopy thing. It's rock. It's stone. You don't scoop stone. You can if you try hard enough.
All right, let's go find an ancient pickaxe. We already broke a couple, like, mods in our time travels, so.
If I understand what Toledo meant, we need to find rooms we haven't been in yet to see if they could potentially lead to like a storage room. Correct?
They nod.
All right.
You do know that, again, the ones that you currently see are all the ones you've seen certain things go into. But the entirety of the hall are lined with these doors. And by doors, I mean bare wall that things are walking into.
Okay, so this
You do
is-
find, by the way, that looking at the doorways, there is a slight outline around them at this point, as you do find that Dakar has been marking them as we go through. Basically showing where the spirits have been going into.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the cafeteria. This is the library. Oh, this is where we met.
I don't know
my
what you're
God.
talking about.
Girls' bathroom.
I don't see a marking here.
What did we see going into there?
I don't even remember.
I couldn't tell you. Didn't go for that one.
Something went in there the last time, but if everything passes by as far as weeks are concerned, it was probably something a long time before this.
We tried just poking our heads in, or...
You have touched them before, if you remember, and you get completely dragged into it.
Okay.
And again, every time you go into one, 2 weeks seem to pass.
There's a lot of door... Should we split up, or...
If we all go in different doors and the 2 weeks pass for us at the same time, then splitting up would be helpful. However,
I mean, apparently we have 10 years, right? We can probably waste a few weeks.
So let's at least go in groups of 2 so we're not completely alone in time.
Sounds good to me.
I don't see why not.
We don't have anywhere we really have a thought to go at the moment, so going to these places and seeing
Spreading
anything
out.
is odd is potentially good.
All right, gang, let's split up and look for clues.
If you guys look at the different walls at the moment, just basically assume that on the opposite side there is also a door. I would like to know where people want to go.
I don't have to move my token. Yeah.
Perhaps it is.
Who is going with you then, Lily? Because you said you wanted to go
Hey,
groups of 2.
Monkey, you want to come with?
Of course. I'm right with you. I know this place pretty well, probably.
It may be silly, but perhaps if I go to the room opposite of the necromancy room, I could find supplies.
Life-o-mancy classroom.
The Life-o-mancy classroom.
Just kind of looking at these, is there one that seems to have less foot traffic?
The further you go down, the less traffic there is. There are rooms beyond the necromancy classroom as well.
Let's try here.
Opposite of the trophy room?
Yeah.
Okay. And who are the 2 of you bringing? Lily said that
I
going
can
in
bring-
groups of 2 are probably good.
Yeah, I think I should bring Cal, because apparently Cal had some sort of ability with something, and I'm like, well, if that pops up, you can come with me, girl.
As Kyle kisses you on the cheek, you make out with her.
It happens again.
Who's going with you, Fabio?
I guess. Oh, I guess.
Other than Barry.
Other than Barry.
Other than Barry, I guess. Like, oh, and Quaddle can just go whoever the fuck she feels like, because she's Quaddle and she's not gonna follow the rules.
Oh, 100% no.
So yeah, I will take the boy.
As Hall kisses you on the cheek, and Fabio goes, "Thank you."
As far as Dakar is literally not going to go anywhere. So
yeah, that's pretty
Dakar
good.
will stand here. You guys do see that the Coatl is looking around at some of the rooms. They do end up looking around and seemingly looking at a room in particular that they see something run into. And as they see something run into it, there he is!
She walked in.
Anyone want to follow her, or?
Well, I guess I will. Okay, alright, cool. The car is forced into it.
Thank you, Dakar.
Babysitting job.
I was doing something else, but all right. What were you doing, Dakar?
I was
The
gonna
fuck were you
jump in,
doing?
but okay.
Well, you guys already picked your rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it was just like if we had to, I would have gone there, but it's like the car seems to have gone on babysitting duty, so.
The dragons have to go dragon in the dragon room.
So true.
Dragging these nuts.
Got him. Oop. And boop. Sorry, these aren't lined up all prettily.
That's fine.
It's fine, because there are so many other boxes I'm looking at around the place.
As you guys make your ways into the different doorways, we are going to start with Fabio.
Oh boy.
Hey.
This is a fun room. Fabio. Let me change things up slightly.
It's normal now.
Let me change the tunes up a bit.
That eerie drum music.
Fabio, as you and Ha'al enter the room, you find yourselves stepping out into what appears to be a very large open area. As you look off, it almost looks like it's outside. However, you do see that there are long away from you on the like separate areas of this place, there do appear to be windows still seemingly letting in sunlight. Looking up to the sky, you do see that there are several crag crystals suspended above the area that seem to be giving off the feeling of sunlight. The room itself seems to be full of a whole bunch of different kinds of foliage, trees, and other things. It is a room that is large enough to be comparable to the entranceway of this place. That being said, looking out the window, you still do not see how this area is nearly as big as the tower that is around it. The tower itself seems to be either very much smaller in the past or never had that kind of humongous girth to begin with. As you step in, you do see what appears to be several people in the clothing that you recognize to be the Templar clothing, which is the armors and the different things of such. Where are some Templar guys I can steal? There's some. Where's the other Templar guys? There we go. Because a lot of the ones that are in here would not be the ones that refuse to go in.
That's where all the men went.
A lot of them came in and then, doing their thing. There are definitely some female Knight Templars in here. As you would find your ways inside, I need to get one actually more because I don't think he's in here. Where'd you go, you piece of crap?
Oh god.
Hopefully I have the legless version of it.
Who needs legs, am I right?
Exactly, thank you. Is it in here? It is not. 2 seconds. I gotta make a thing without legs real quick. Which very much means I just gotta turn on Adobe real quick because I can't find my legless Templar guy. Boop, 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 boom. There we go. Very easy fix. Oh my god, and I scrolled down and I found the one that I originally made.
Rip. Rip.
God dang it. Inside this room, there are a couple of individuals that do stand out. As you do see, there are several Templars seemingly training people who look very similar to just the guard captains you would see outside in the kingdom area. As you do see that there is lots of training and things going on, there are 2 Templars in particular that seem to be currently training that you seem to have different armors about them. One is the one in the very center there with the large furs around their necks, and the other is this one. It seems to be fighting them. One that seems to have very dark Templar-like armor, as well as very much a bird motif going on with a lot of their shit.
Looks like a bird.
As you see the two of them seemingly training, seemingly sparring at least a little bit from what you can see, it does seem that the both of them either appear evenly matched, or it does look like the one that has the furs are slightly coming out ahead. As you see the conclusion of this match in front of you, you see that the one with the black robes around them seems to at this point get disarmed, as the large one with the furs around their neck seems to not even be using a weapon, seems to have knocked it aside with the back of his armored gauntlet. Boop, boop, boop. They're both extremely large.
All.
As you see the sword flying out from the one in the dark cloak's grip, there is not a word between them as the two of them stare to each other and then seem to leave to opposite directions of the room. Well, I recognize what one of them we should be looking for is. I don't know the other. We've already spoken with him before, though. I don't know what else we're going to be gaining from it.
Well, beyond more information he might have in this time period?
The one that we've apparently talked to is the one that is apparently later? So he would know more than this one, right? But
Yes.
perhaps there's something that needs to happen before then? Maybe we can stop him from going into a hole entirely?
Or maybe tell him to bury himself with a pickaxe or shovel or something.
Tell him to at least put one above where he's buried?
I don't know how that will actually work.
I don't know. Can we even actually change what's happening right now in the other room? It seems outside of all of this.
It seems like the only way to find out is to try.
I should have followed the dragon.
You can always go back if you need to.
It doesn't matter. As soon as we leave, 2 weeks will pass, right? There's nothing I can do for the prince either way. Not at the moment.
Then let's go approach him and hope that we found the right one and we somehow didn't stumble upon the completely wrong person that's in dark armor and then with weird symbolism on his stuff.
There are a few groups here. Should we split up and go among them?
Sure.
Which way do you want to go? There are 3 groups of training exercises seemingly happening. There are 2 people who are obviously main characters. So there are 5 places you can go.
Main character energy.
I mean, Fabio's just that kind of guy that's not gonna totally get potentially what Hall means and, like, you know, gathering information from the various groups before talking to the big guy. So he's gonna go directly to the big guy.
Which big guy are you going to?
This one.
All will go to the other. As you start making your way toward the direction of the one in the black armors. I don't know why I made you so tiny. It's supposed to be big. There you go. You find that he seems to set down the large shield that is beside of him. You see that whenever he does set it down, he's a bit more careful than you feel like he's used to. As he goes to place his weapon and his shield down, he does seem to hesitate slightly before setting them down and seemingly straightening them before setting it. Before he seems to sit down with a bit of a, not a huff, but definitely a sigh.
hello. I hope I'm not bothering you.
As you make your way over to them. Huh? Oh, you're one of the summoners. Mages here.
Hmm.
What is it you
That is
need? Are you here for anything?
Well, I couldn't help but notice that you have a very interesting, symbol on your shield and your weapon. It seems a bit different than what I'm used to.
He looks to the shield for a moment before looking back to you. Yeah, this is, old. Apparently. But it was fitting enough for me whenever I joined the order. As he looks over at you, with the large wings coming off of you, he does seem to give a bit of a smile. They might have liked you.
That's a good thought.
They are a, forgotten order. One that was lost most likely hundreds of years ago at this point.
Hundreds, you say?
Like I said, these are apparently very old.
Yeah, they don't seem familiar at all. Could be even ancient if it's even more than just hundreds.
Hundreds is very long, especially for a place that doesn't keep a lot of their history, like around different things. You would note that this would most likely be the hundreds he's talking about is most likely at that point either before the invasion from the Draco Strait or during.
I see.
Because again, most things beyond that is at the very least covered. You didn't come over here to talk about my shield, though. What do you need?
Kind of.
When he speaks, you feel like there's a bit of a strangeness to his voice. It's almost as if he's not used to speaking. You know who this person is because of the connection you had with him before, but his speech almost feels awkward. The vibrations that he has in his throat seem slightly off. Either because, from what you know, this person is apparently an undead, meaning maybe he doesn't remember how to use his vocal cords or are using them very strangely.
You seem to be having some issues with your voice.
I'm very a cough. It's been plaguing me. Oh, Anthony's in the chat. Anthony, get in here. I'm playing. Anthony, your character, sir, get in here.
It's the boy.
But no, Anthony would have no idea how to play this. That being said, if he ever did insist to, I would let him.
That isn't entirely what I meant. I'm Fabia.
Black. You can call me that. Like, Black Knight.
Right.
I see you have some kind of creature with you.
Yes, saying, I took a class from her, and, now I have this little guy.
Saying?
The necromancy teacher.
Oh, right. I heard that there was a teacher of that here. They seemed odd.
A bit.
So what do you want?
I guess your help?
Are you gonna say why, or am I gonna have to guess?
Well, it's hard because I don't know how you can help me right now and not sometime in the future.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you came at a bad time. If you didn't just see, I just lost in a feat of strength. So I'm rather annoyed at the moment.
I'm sorry about that.
So what is it?
I'm trying to find the best way to say something. I'm sorry, Nico. I'm not trying to be pausing for dramatic effect here.
Oh no, I'm just trying to play an annoyed Anthony. I'm trying to play an annoyed as fuck Anthony who just had his sword thrown onto the ground by a dude. I'm playing an annoyed undead who is fighting an unfair battle against a holy knight and can't explain why he's pissed off about it.
Find that fucking guy.
I'm literally fighting against somebody who has an extremely unfair advantage against me, but I can't tell people that.
I'm so mad.
So funny.
He would not beat me if not for the fact that I am an undead. Take your time.
I am think my neurons are like, what
The
are
pudding,
the words?
my friend. The pudding. Let the pudding lead you.
Would you like some pudding? I'm leaving now.
God damn it. Why can I not think right now?
I believe in you.
I know you believe in me.
Also, while we're waiting, the art we have here for this version of Black is actually something we have had for several years at this point.
Yeah, it is centuries old at this point.
Yeah, this was going to be the thing that I gave Black for the Summoners College event that we would have on the Discord, but we ended up not doing it. But this is definitely the time period it would be in. So there is the disguised Paladin Black. I wouldn't tell you that if you hadn't already talked to the non-disguised Paladin Black and him tell you I have birds all over me and have been wearing nothing but black.
Just so you know, that's what I look like. Here's my ID in case you need it.
But yeah, like the Coatl image and the Young Blue image, this was made around that same time.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
The stream kept getting interrupted, so I decided to just sit here in real time.
Perfect.
I need to watch this shit live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's old art.
Very, very old.
It was a different time. I'm just here. I'm not voicing shit. I don't get paid for that. Unless
You can do whatever you want. I am adding an image for you to be here though.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
As long as I'm not in the way.
You can be over here with me. Come chill with me.
This is...
So, at some point in the future, you're going to decide the best thing you're going to do is bury yourself. Before that, you should make sure that you have somebody putting tools above so that, I don't know, a group can dig you out later.
You find when you say that, there is a immediate gruffer look on the face of the person in front of you. You see immediately that while the annoying look was there, it was not an intimidating look at all. There was nothing that was showing that he would in any way be somewhat annoyed in your direction. That being said, whenever you say that sometime in the future you will bury yourself, you see him look to you, and as he does, you in particular, thanks to have an awakening, having awoken your dark heart previously, you do feel some kind of energy seeming to rise in the person in front of you. Not to dangerous levels, but to somewhat more noticeable levels. Choose your next words carefully, summoner.
That's the thing, I'm not really a summoner. And you get our help in the future. So while I'm here, I need your help now. To then help you in the future.
I want you to please.
Yeah.
I want you to roll me.
Yeah.
Give me negotiation.
See,
Sure
you want
thing.
to roll for the god you want to pray to, and then you want to pray.
I pray to his god. I'm praying to his
I pray to
god.
Deadbird God.
Deadbird god, help me.
Please,
Fabio,
Deadbird God.
listen.
Oh no, it's a one.
You have a fleeting.
And a two, if
Of
it makes you
two
feel better.
fleetings.
Fabio, listen. I know you're not good with words, but maybe if you kiss him on the cheek, he'll kiss you in
We're just
return.
start making out with
This
him.
ain't working.
That
Seven,
is a
we're
6.
improving.
Roll me one more
Alright.
time.
We're improving. It's only uphill from here, baby.
Why the fuck would
lower,
it tease
actually.
me like that? We saw that, right? Everyone saw that bullshit, right?
With a 6, you find that the one in front of you lets out a sigh. They look around, and you do see them for a moment reach into what appears to be a small satchel that they have on them. And they pull out a small ivory device of sort. It seems to be a bone or maybe chalk. You're not sure exactly what it is. It goes by too fast because whenever he does bring it out, he immediately snaps it.
Ah.
As the device in front of you is snapped,
Does anyone hear boss music right now, or is it just me?
your words don't seem to be able to be too convincing, summoner. Let's see if that weapon on you is any more convincing.
Oh boy.
As this red light envelops the area, the direct area around you, you look around as you see all of the Templars in the area seemingly frozen in time. The only one moving seems to be all on the other side. Like, what the fuck?
I guess I gotta roll initiative?
You do
You're about to,
need to roll
you're
me
about to
initiative.
fucking
Fabio
clap,
fucking
brother.
dies.
You're gonna get clapped so fucking hard.
Luckily for me, I do have a stat sheet for a certain Paladin Black that we made for the occasion back then.
Man. These dice are nice. God, do they love to roll on the bad die numbers.
Fabio fucking dies. Let's go.
Can I assume at some point shields regenerate or no?
Your shield should be good.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
You've been in here long enough. You should be at your max shield. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Base modify. Oh no, I forgot you were kind of big.
It's like he's a main character
It's
in another
only
setup.
Paladin fucking Black. You're right.
I'm about to fucking
He
turn you
doesn't
into a
have-
pretzel.
He doesn't have his full use of his abilities, and he was just defeated in battle, very previous. But
Our previous fight was a bunch of bees.
if anyone remembers, the big thing that they just used was something that I did mention in the college event. You snap these little ivory hickey-madoos. You snap them when you want to change the timeline without having any repercussions.
Holy shit. I want to change your timeline, little gay boy.
He's like, just in case, I'm gonna snap this in case you're needed in the future. He doesn't know 100% that you're a time traveler. This was not needed, but this was his way of showing I'm probably about to kill you, and I don't want it to interact with my mission.
People need to see that.
Let me get you guys this as well.
I'm sorry I killed your character, Emerald.
No, this is funnier this way. If this is how Fabio actually just straight up dies,
We
I
switch
just
to the next
leave? I just
cutscene,
stop
we hear the
playing in the
boss
game
music
until
again. We switch to
see
the
the
next
parts.
cutscene, we hear the boss music again.
Anthony,
Yeah.
if you'd like to, we could have you roll for him. I have your sheet right here.
Oh, you do.
The devil's words have entered the chat.
If you want to join the tabletop, you can definitely roll for him if you want.
Do I want to do that? Battle against a true hero. That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
I apologize to everyone that I've taken up the stream time.
Oh, I knew this would happen.
No, this is super interesting. So I'm ready for it.
As you can see, they're you know, they're not horrendously powerful. I do have to increase their HP because of the way we do HP now. But I do know exactly how much HP he does have. I do know exactly how much HP he does have, so that's fine. And he doesn't have the correct stats, but all he really needs is 2 of them.
I'm a spectator, ghosty man.
For
Yeah, we don't
spectator.
have any more colors.
All right, let me give you a. I'll put you over here with Fabio, your friend. Your friend Fabio.
Your friend, yay!
There you go. You mean
I just knew there's so
Wait, no,
there's so
that's
many
yellow.
baubles and
You
doodads.
Purple. There you go.
There's so many doohickeys in this room I've never been.
Welcome to the room.
This room is quite empty comparatively to some of the rooms you've been in.
I mean, it's like some interesting weird lamp doohickey over here.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
That's neat.
But yes,
Man.
You want to see our remote snow?
I would
Yes.
like for Fabio, go ahead and roll me a d20 to determine your thing. I already know where Black will be in this initiative.
Okay.
That is a 4.
It's so funny it's a 4. God damn it. Stop rolling low.
As Fabio, you will be going second. No, you'll actually be going third. But first in initiative will be Black. As this paladin stands up, upon freezing everyone else in the room, they feel they no longer have to hold whatever they are being back, as you do feel an immense amount of not the same kind of necromancy as you felt before whenever you were working with your dark heart, but definitely a feeling of undeath does rise up around you. I would like to ask at that point, does Black wish to take the first turn in this initiative? Does Black wish to immediately slam into this man's?
Kill him. Kill him.
Or is Black waiting for Fabio to draw their
And
weapon?
do something.
What would Black do? He thinks there's like a potential threat to his mission here.
He thinks because this person mentioned time, This person
Right.
obviously knows that you are not of this time. This person is obviously someone who has figured you out.
Who's come seeking your aid in matters of.
Oh, we don't have to think
Aid.
about that. That was a really low negotiation roll.
Yeah.
We don't got to think about that. They mentioned that they wanted your help, which means maybe they're not a part of the things going on around here, but also, who knows, man? They have bird wings. You like birds.
I like a singular thing with bird wings.
My wings have golden tips.
They do.
Your bird
They,
has golden
he
wings.
does have very golden, very kind of goldeny wings.
I will non-lethally break your spine.
We going for attacks first then?
Non-lethal.
Make sure it's not lethal. Yeah, I think he's gonna go in. Why would he not?
We are going to give you your attack card will be the smash card.
Oh, it's like I'm playing Kingdom Hearts again.
So, I would like you to please roll me for your strength, which is a +5.
Swing. 7.
With a 7, that does not hit, as Fabio is able to dodge out of the way of the first attack. Fabio,
Yeah.
he seemed to have drawn his weapon and shield in the blink of an eye. You have done something that has either terrified or made him extremely uneasy around you. There are two options. Fight or flight.
I mean, what the fuck is he gonna do? I'm gonna fly.
You're gonna fly up.
Yeah.
I will say that you are able to dodge the first attack and fly up about 5 feet. With that being said, it is still the Paladin's turn. You do have some unique things you have here. You have a little bit of abilities that you'd like, but I love how the bottom one potentially could actually come into play, but
Who knows? It probably won't come to play in this event, but who knows, man?
yeah, this is a different event.
Or hard.
Yeah. So he's 5. Okay, he got away. He's away.
He's within 5 feet still. He's still within range of attacking.
Yes.
Let go for another attack.
Yeah. How many actions does he even have? I forget.
You're gonna have just like any other enemy would have. You're gonna have 3.
Okay. Yeah.
I will just have these over here ready for you. That way you know.
Okay.
One of them is
Brain
gone.
work now. Yeah, he's gonna go for another smash attack. Yes. Swing.
That's another
Hey.
miss. You do find that they're very light on their feet. They're not a novice, from what you can tell. They are not trained in their dodges. They're not being very heavily with that, but they definitely have seen some sort of combat before. They were not lying to you when they said they're not a summoner. You can easily tell with their dodges that they are some kind of combatant. I would also remind you that you do have something other than your smash you could hit with. You could do class skill 2 smite.
Well, he's not a summoner, so this probably won't kill him in one hit then. Smite.
Non-lethal.
You'll use your last round to smite. Go ahead and roll me for a attack, please.
I'm sorry, Emerald.
No, this is fine.
It's an 11
so
plus your 5. That is a 16. What is your AC?
My AC is 14, so that
This
just
one
hits.
will hit. As you find you missed the first 2 attacks, they seem to immediately regard you as a different kind of individual at this point. You find that the bird-like sword that they have seems to, for a second, come alight with some kind of holy-ish magic. Holy-ish. Maybe the other side of that. As he strikes at you, he will make hit with this. Let me get you some other Ds. Some of them Ds. Some of those Ditos.
I am being a good boy, and I am doing my best not to at all look at the sheet.
Again, when it comes to the sheet itself, the HP and other things on there are most likely not going to come into play, because I do have I do have an HP and a initiative and other things for this character.
Yeah, this is 837 years ago, man. It's all outdated. You good?
That being said,
Oh, I like these.
pretty good, yeah. I believe this is the D8. Yes, roll me 2 of these for your damage.
I kind of don't want to see 2 8s for once. Oh no!
That is a 13 plus your smite, which will be a base damage plus 3, so that is 3 plus 2. That is a 18 damage.
Ooh, you already broke my shield.
Oh,
Your
fuck.
shield
Uh-oh.
immediately is broken, and you do take some damage from the attack.
So that was
Non-lethal.
It was 18 total, right?
18 total,
Yeah.
so you'll take 3 extra damage. As you find, whenever the attack finally does hit, it hits about 4 times as hard as any of those, like, Gargabees did.
I don't know, man. Those bees hit fucking hard.
They hit a lot. They didn't
hit
hit
a lot.
in one strike. They did not hit as hard as that. But they did hit quite a few times.
So we know he's at least stronger than a bee.
I can't wait for one of them.
Stronger than a bee, faster than a slug.
For Anthony's sake, I'll bring a Gargabee
What's a
over here.
Gargabee?
There's a Gargabee. It's
I love
it's
it.
a gargoyle bee.
Rip, by the way. Yeah.
It's like a little. I love it. It's like a little cryptid Mothman bee.
Yeah, like
I want
at
you-
first Deco was like, I'm probably gonna like Photoshop a bee, and I had the specific image in my mind. I'm like, hold on, fam. I got this.
When it comes to weird monsters, you are at peak. I'll give you that. You are.
I triggered bees, by the way, and they nearly killed 2 of us.
Hooray!
We also
I'm a
had a
weird
fake
monster,
card
so I
played.
have to work for my people.
That made the next couple of encounters difficult, to say the least. But we've only fought the Gargabee, so this is the second combat of
This
the
is
game.
the second combat of the
Oh.
entire campaign.
Yeah, the
welcome.
last and first thing we fought was the bees.
Oh wow!
And they were souped
You know,
up.
there were a lot of things I expected for the ending. I didn't think the ending was Anthony coming here and killing the
Anthony
party.
party wiping us.
So I do get to be the bad guy, like in Jake's Sparks game.
Where's the thing?
And it's all because of a misunderstanding, too.
Star Wars all over again. God.
Sorry,
I couldn't find
I'm gonna have
it.
to hit you with a TIE fighter, Emerald. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
That was one of the original play. Anyway.
As the strike goes in, I will say that is the end of that turn. We are going to go to Haal's turn. Haal looks over, sees the Quietmarch look around this place, sees you getting struck at, and he's like, oh, God.
No, Haal, you're a non-combatant.
Haal is going to use the one spell they have, which is telepathy.
Telepathy.
Telepathy. Get out, get out, get out, get out.
I'm making sure that this is. Haal is going to use all of their actions this turn to use telepathy first over toward Fabio. Fabio, what is happening? What did you do?
I was trying to get his help, and it seems that he got mad about it. I think I might be a threat to his plans.
He will then use his second round of telepathy to speak to the Paladin.
Oh, I think I might be a terrorist, Hall.
As he yells out into the Paladin's mind, "We are not your enemy! We just seek your aid, your help! We've spoken to you!" I'm gonna roll for Haal's negotiation.
Let's see if you do better. You just need to be rolling better,
You
at least by
can't
accident.
tell me what
Let's
to
find out.
believe.
That is a 3.
Oh God. Oh no.
Paladin's mind gone blank.
I have to ask our resident paladin here. If somebody in the heat of battle, whenever you think that your plan is getting foiled, the plan that you only have the one shot on is currently being foiled in front of you. Someone then speaks into your head, trying to take the situation around, and you do not trust them. What's happening here? What do you want to do?
Okay, so how
does
quickly do you
this-
kill him?
Does he know where it's coming from?
You instantly would know, yes, because you have the resilience feat, which is something that would reject magic in all forms. So you would
Yeah,
know
I saw that.
immediately where the effect is coming from, directly behind you.
I don't know what wants to know.
Let me do this.
It was pretty bad negotiation twice now.
How would Paladin? Okay, let me think. How do I put this?
I do appreciate how you're like actively trying to think about it and not just asking the questions. So how hard do you smite him? And
Well,
for
the
how many
funniest
points?
thing about this is you actually don't need to know a lot of information right now, because this is the Paladin Black that just showed up in the college, like literally a week ago.
I am perfectly in character right now.
You've been here a week, and all you've done is you have infiltrated the Templars, and you have been sparring with the head Templar here to attempt to get him to basically let you go off and do your own thing, and without being watched over 24/7. But you've not been able to beat him yet. You would actually even know who this head Templar is, but we'll talk about that later. But you've only seen him as a big Bernie man, though.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. So he's gonna disregard the Birdman for a second. He's gonna turn slowly towards this man. A mentalist, mind control, as if I needed more proof. And he points his sword at him.
So Anthony, you can use smite as a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Would you like to use a ranged smite as your reaction?
Yeah.
Roll me
You
a
can reaction that?
He can.
Yeah.
Paladin Black, fuck you.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. This is funnier.
He is.
If this is how the campaign ends, that's even funnier.
Yeah, I hope that.
Oh, that's a
no,
10.
That is a
That's
5 plus 5. That is a 10.
What's it?
I
His
need
AC
to
has
look.
to be
I
higher
need to
than
look
10.
at base AC here. What was the base AC in this game?
Mahal is like a driver.
Base AC this game is 9.
Oh no!
I need to look at all his
Dude.
stats.
Come on.
Here's a question. Did we have extra belts and did he put one on?
All's
we
AC
didn't.
with his stats is a 10.
Oh no!
Meets it.
Roll me damage.
Oh, shit!
My buddy, my friend.
Is this what it feels like to be the bad guy?
Totally normal driver, and you're ready to kill him.
Oh shit!
Roll it again.
That is another
That's
20. That is another like what? That was a 13.
18.
18 damage total last time.
God, that is another 18 damage.
Oh my god.
You see the shield that was protecting Ha'al completely shatter, and then Ha'al gets knocked backwards onto his ass.
You will not threaten my plans today. I've worked too hard.
Ha'al has one thing remaining. Oh.
Bro, GTFO, dude. GTFO.
Ha'al is going to stand up, and he's going to attempt once more to talk to the paladin.
You
Talk
dumb
no
motherfucker.
jutsu. Talk no jutsu.
As he will yell out, "We are not your enemy! We are here for the prince, and that's it!" We need your aid! I'm going to roll his
Can I give him inspiration?
Come on,
Like,
man.
fuck. Can I give him an extra roll?
We have
Can
nothing.
I give him a heroism? Shit, can I?
I'm gonna roll.
Oh, burn
He's
it.
begging at this point.
I'm just saying, I don't know if I trust these dice.
There.
I'm gonna be real. They roll weirdly.
That is altogether a 14.
That's better.
Okay.
As he looks to you, he is pleading with you. He is obviously angered. His hair is out of place upon being smited. And there is
You
a
notice
large.
you're, like destroying some dude.
I'm just imagining like one of his sleeves have just been blown off.
Stop. You took his fucking sleeve. Come on.
As you remember a child that's like, one day I want to be the best driver for the prince.
No. You have no idea what he means by the prince, unfortunately. But he does seem relatively all right as far as trying to convince you that he's not your enemy. He's not
He's a little
the
birthday
best
boy.
talker you've ever had, but he doesn't seem to be taking up arms on you yet.
He's a little birthday boy.
We will be going to Fabio's turn, and you can think on that 14 for a second.
I will think on this 14 for a second.
Fabio, your enemy has turned away from you and is currently attacking Haal. But Haal has yelled toward him. What would you like to do?
You're evil now. Backstrike.
They're evil now.
Please tell me Emeraldson it didn't cut out.
My internet
Emerald.
did not cut out.
Oh my
I am
God.
You're thinking. He's
going
thinking.
to
Yeah, okay.
because Fabio is Fabio.
He's a little boy.
Instead of taking an attack from behind, he's going to 1, 2, and 3 to intercept, to put himself between you and Haal. So you have to focus on attacking him instead of his friend.
Do you have your maul out at the moment?
No.
I'm going to assume then at this point that you are not attacking on your turn.
I am not attacking on my turn.
Paladin, you do see that the person in front of you has flown around at this point, interposing himself between you and the other one there that tried to manipulate your mind.
The manipulator.
As he has got himself interposed between the two of you, you do still note that he has yet to draw his weapon. But again, it could all be a farce. What do you think? What are you gonna say anything, Fabio?
Kiss him on the cheek. Kiss him on the
If I understand, you and your people haven't been here that long yet. Please, we just need your help.
You
There isn't much
seems to
time
know.
for us.
Seems to know about the plan. He seems to know about the plan.
He's a planner. He's a knower.
Fabio, I will have you, instead of rolling negotiation, because you are interposing yourself, you are trying to put forth that you're a good lad.
I'm a good lad of the goodest boys.
Roll me for your demeanor.
The
I roll my demeanor,
minor.
which it's only marginally better because it's a +1 instead of a -1. I believe in the 18.
He seems as if when you look to them, they do not seem to be lying. You do know that if they were, you do have ways of noting that. There are certain abilities that you do not currently have access to, unfortunately, in the form you're currently in, that would be good to, see through deception and lies. But at the moment, even without those abilities, it doesn't seem like he's lying. He does definitely know about your mission that you've been here for, that nobody from this time should know of. But he doesn't seem to be lying.
Okay. I've thought about it. He's going to raise up his sword and stab it into the ground. He just looks at you, Fabio. Talk.
The temporal magics that I'm guessing you're taking advantage of here. They have set this place into basically an endless loop of over 80 years, over and over again.
I've been here for 80 years.
You've probably been here longer. Most definitely countless times.
White.
For me, this is technically speaking the first loop, but it's the only loop I think we have. It's whatever's been happening has been digging the area that we can get to outside of the loops, down into the Quietmarch, and it's going to pierce the third layer.
What you would know before anything, since you are speaking as them right now, the Quietmarch is the large, magical, almost tunnels that are beneath the entirety of the continent. They are where, again, like this vast evil, long after your god was defeated, unfortunately, but like in between the time that your god was defeated and you were resurrected, a large evil known as the Dracostrait have rose up and taken over the entirety of the surface. The Quietmarch is where they all got sent back to, and is also a home of a magical plague known as a draconic malady that a lot of people on the surface are very weary of. But again, something that is newer than your god, something that is not entirely something that Black really sees as a humongous like threat to the world, because again, you've seen many older, many crazier threats in your life.
Well, it's like a cough or something. Get over it. Anyway.
Damn.
COVID denier, Black. Let's go.
First plague?
What, first plague?
First plague?
Just wear your mask and stay 6 feet apart. It's fine.
Says the Paladin, immune to disease.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, I get what you're saying, Deacon.
Yeah.
Okay.
We only are here because we're trying to save the prince from this place. They are important, and apparently they die here. The other you said that if we try to let you understand that we're not your enemy, you may listen. They also warned us, looks to Fabio, from just blurting it out.
I'm sure I will feel deja vu about this later. Say I believe you in this time loop, not magic, madness. Who is this prince?
Prince Sartaware. He was supposedly dead. But he's not.
They're the prince of the kingdom of Coronis. They were sent here by their father, and basically abandoned for 80 years.
Must be an elf then.
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry.
there.
He's like looking up, thinking, then he just kind of stops and then looks at you. What color are his eyes?
Blue.
Is he yay? Do you know if he's yay big?
He was at one point, then he suddenly started growing. Like, exponentially, as far as we could tell.
He's been...
puberty.
He's apparently They brought him here for some reason or another. We talked to another version of him, a darker, more callous version, and they had said that apparently he got trapped here at one point. We helped them escape. They called themselves Arch Enemy.
Ugh. I hate time magic. All right. He puts the sword. He just actually puts the weapons away. I believe you.
Okay, now strike!
Get him! All out attack!
You will lose that. Anyway.
Judging by how the first round of combat went, yeah, I'm pretty sure I would.
You
lose that.
do all attack. It says like the pigeons hitting like a plastic wall over and over.
Just for people to know, I do have Black as currently having 120 aptitude. So they have 40 more aptitude than you guys.
Yeah.
They have double Fabio's aptitude. But, you know, that's shield and HP.
Yeah.
And he is missing a lot of it because of the battle he just had with the Templar.
So I'm taking over the voice. I couldn't help it.
So the main thing that I suppose we need to know at this point, you had mentioned you had a mission here, and we know that there are many more of you here. Is there any way that we can convince you in any way to either tell us or change in some way? Even again, as Fabio mentioned before, having a tool or something near you in case you decide to bury yourself in the ground?
That does sound like a smart plan I'd make.
You had tried to tell us to bring pudding before. That may not mean anything to you, but apparently it was because of some summon that the prince had, a coatl.
No, we really are talking about the same person. He's a prince?
Yes.
Oh, of course it is. He just pinches the bridge of his nose.
You're like, all right, I do have a nose now.
That's crazy.
Oh, I can do that again. Okay. Pudding, huh? Okay. As if that'll last.
When it comes to this whole place, nothing here is going to last. There is a being here named Anthea. They are apparently someone who has taken advantage of this spell, and they are able to control it almost in its entirety. They're the only one that seems to remember having gone through several passes at this place. They're also able to completely control the magic that's here, whatever this temporal magic is. We know that they didn't cast it, but they're trying to have something called a god run. They're trying to make all of the different correct decisions in order to find out what happened to the prince or take him or something.
God run, you sure they're not one of ours.
They apparently don't know anything about you. They know that you're time travelers like them, but they don't interact with you.
I hate mages. All right. I don't have a lot of these left. Oh, I feel like I wasted one. Great.
I don't think it was a waste. It allows us to talk here without worrying about the other Templars.
Whenever I was speaking to the one over there, he seemed very adamant about not speaking to me for a reason or another. I don't think he enjoys the summoners that are here. I'm guessing that is the main Templar here? The leader?
Oh. Him. Yeah. Yeah. He hates mages more than I do, and that's considering a lot of things. I almost feel it's unfounded for him.
Hmm.
In any case.
Is he a threat?
If I can get rid of the holy traits on his magic weapons and all. No.
Hmm.
He's barely an inconvenience.
That's actually not correct.
Hmm.
We know that the leaders in this place, the teachers, and your head Templar there, they can just somehow at the drop of a hat take control of the students and Templars,
We don't
including you.
We don't know when or why they do it or how, but apparently a lot of your people, according to the future you, ended up creating a fourth faction. Apparently you have 3 now. That's news to you. No, none of you are in factions. You're all here together. What are you talking about?
Actions? What? We came here all together. Oh no.
It seems different people had different motives for coming back here.
Some of them are here to just learn of the area, apparently. Some are here to try to change something for the better, and others are here potentially to kill someone.
I am going to shove that fucking scepter up his ass. If he even has one. I told him it was a bad idea to send so many people. Okay. I'll deal with that when it happens, I guess. I don't know where they all are. The Conthralls, that's a problem. Well, I doubt it works on me. This arm
I
is
just
supposed to
said it
stop it. Cheap magic enchantment, then.
Not only that, I believe that the necromancer lady is also able to take you over in a different means.
Oh, that's not going to stand.
She is apparently very adept at it, but she seems somewhat good aligned at the least. It seems that she is attempting to aid the children that are here. Perhaps she can be talked to or reasoned with if we can find her.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very powerful necromancer, one that apparently they're able to purify and get the undead to be rested instead of attacking.
Oh, she's one of those. I guess that fad's still around. All right. My mission remains unchanged, and I suppose, in a twisted way that I'm sure is comedic to all onlookers, wherever they might be, coincides with yours.
All right.
I apologize for this. Use motions to the both of you.
Well, you had to take your own precautions on it.
Apparently you told us one thing. You apparently have the potential to activate whatever this Quietmarch is. Motions to the red aura around the area.
Is that what you people call it?
This is the same lighting that happens outside in the Quietmarch. Whenever you snapped that tool of yours, it seemed to have brought us into a section of it.
Ah, yes, it allows me to manipulate the timeline without destroying it completely.
Hmm.
I didn't know if you two were, you were a surprise, but you didn't know if you were necessary for this timeline, so this helps me alter it without destroying it. By killing you.
Oh, I see. Well, I do. Well, it's good it doesn't alter the timeline, because if you do that around the prince, it could kill him.
Apparently, anytime he gets brought into the underground, he just dies or disperses, according to Anthea.
So she's an antagonist, yet she told you about it.
She was
She's an odd
antagonistic,
one.
but she's apparently willing to work with us to save the prince. We've convinced her that this may be the last loop. She has her own reasons for doing so, but at the very least, it looks like they're able to help.
This time loop shenanigan needs to end immediately.
It does.
Weren't you the
No one
ones
has
that
a-
made it?
Hmm?
This place, apparently.
I am not a chronomancer.
I guess I must
The
have
one that
misthought.
But your sorcerer
Those-
is the one that did it? What you were saying?
Yes. Psychotic bastard. This is his doing. So it's why it's red.
Hmm. We have
Don't know
people.
why.
We have people outside, but from what we understand, if you do leave with us, then you will only be able to experience this place every so many weeks.
Hmm.
At the time being, it may be better for you to stay here. But if you did wish to make your way with us, we can bring you out at any time. We have others as well who are working with us.
So
We've
I need to
taken-
stay.
We've taken the Coatl outside. We're hopefully
You-
going to protect them.
So that's where the fucking rat is. All right.
They are still somewhat around, but they're a copy. Anthea is apparently using them to try not to make the prince be too sad. I don't understand it.
You don't know him like I know him. All right. Damn it. So if I stay here, I'm gonna forget you two.
Maybe.
'Cause
I don't know what this is going to do. Motions around to the area about them. We've interacted with people before and they haven't forgotten us. We can't intervene for another 2 weeks. And since our friends have gone inside other doors in this place, perhaps longer. Maybe up to 8.
As if 80 years wasn't enough. This was supposed to be simple. Okay.
It is at this point that I will say aloud,
Mm-hmm.
in case a person has anything they would like to do.
What's up?
You could walk out with them. If you wanted to. You would know that apparently because of what you just did, nothing that happens here will affect the timeline. You are relatively sure that if you leave here, that you leaving will not affect whatever happens after this. I'm asking you, Anthony, do you want to leave with everyone and hang out for a couple of weeks with us?
Do you want to come with us, please?
Or
Please.
you could force our hand
With
to
a
end
cherry
the-
on top.
listen, you could do that, or you could say, fuck us. I want Kingdom Hearts back immediately. And you could force our hand
If you
to go
come
back
with
to
us, you
Kingdom
can
Hearts.
TPK us, and then you get Kingdom Hearts back.
The problem is I don't get home until like 5:30 my time.
We are going to
That's
be
fine.
potentially
We just
going back to
leave.
the time, yeah. With the time's good now. We up daylight savings time's back. That's up to you. Again,
Is this how you get me to the Quietmarch?
that's up to you.
Yeah, you're gonna be trapped here forever.
So Black either stays in the time loop zone, maybe with that knowledge and being infinitely angrier every time it happens.
Okay. Anthony,
You
Anthony,
can come hang
I
out with the
drew
lamest people you know.
I drew art over here. Maybe this can convince you.
Oh no.
Maybe. What is it? Dude's ass fucking. The sign is what's getting me the most. So infinite loop, angry Black, or outside
Or do you
the
want
world.
to go
flames.
have a fun, exciting moment? I don't know if you remember like the beginnings of Sword Art Online where Kirito's just chilling with all of the other guys that are gonna die very soon.
If
I
it
used to have a
helps.
Kirito moment. That's great.
If it
That's
helps,
pretty-
we have 2 to 3 games remaining.
Okay, it's the session limit I didn't mind it, whatever it was gonna be, but Even so, sure, okay,
Hey,
all right.
what's taking time?
I fucking hate time loops. I hate chronomancy and I hate wizards.
All right.
Fuck.
I love entrapment. We should do more of this.
I wonder how now I'm just wondering, we're taking him out. It's not going to somehow affect the time loop. So if I'm understanding it correctly, we will then have 2 of him, technically speaking. It's just the other one's
What will
buried
end up
under
happening,
stone.
as far as what he would understand, what will end up happening is that whatever he would have done in those 2 weeks will happen. And then whenever he steps out into things, he can change things then. So anything that Paladin Black would have done in those 2 weeks would still happen.
I get a freebie to being outside of time. It's fine. Don't think too hard. It's chronomancy. The ultimate power. It's never friendship.
I just imagined Black gets out, suddenly teleports. Oh, god damn it!
Shit.
Brown.
I just hear a muffled. Did you bring pudding? Anyway.
Give me a sec. I gotta move you over here now. You're no longer with me.
Oh, okay.
You're over here
And
now.
you've also had your art changed over to the other.
Don't worry about that. It's fine.
One of us.
One of these things is not the other. One of these things belongs to a different time.
We'll talk to Den. Anyway.
Okay, I guess.
There we go.
I guess. 2 sessions.
Who knows? Many
Those-
things can happen in those 2 sessions.
I guess, yeah. Let's see how this goes. The image of Amy bringing back Kingdom Hearts. It's like speedrun? Okay. Just does the gamer lean forward.
The gamer lean.
As at this point, you guys know that there's nothing you guys can gain from this area any longer. Black, you know that basically until you leave this place or use another one of those things, they're just stuck here. That's how they are.
Yeah. The thought of just looking at the main Templar and being like, I could try and cut his head off.
You could
Save me so much time.
just a reminder for you.
Yeah.
And again, this is knowledge that the party will now have access to. You know that this Templar is definitely someone that becomes useful, quote unquote, in the future. They are basically the final boss to the Dictator Blue Arc. They were the big on fire motherfucking Templar that you guys fought at the end of that that ended up being the reason that Blue was able to get back their brain.
No, he's too useful right now. I hate you.
Apparently, at some point during the time Blue was in the Summoners College, a big fire happened and he took him. That's his now.
Fine.
If I kill him now, you don't get him later. You have to. I am owed so many thanks for being so patient here.
Also, you didn't tell me you were a prince, you asshole.
He's a fucking. Of course, he's a prince. It explains so much. Pompous
I
bastard.
didn't want to bother
It doesn't
you.
actually.
It
That's
doesn't
the
explain
funniest
anything,
part.
actually.
No wonder he's such a pompous, unbearable bastard.
It's so funny.
He's a-
He got that later in the divorce, man. I wasn't involved with that.
What do you mean?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
he's a royal and a mage, of course. This makes total sense to Black. Everything makes total sense now.
Everything's connected.
Cut back to when he calls himself so fucking pampered and such, when he's just been given basically scraps his whole life.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's so selfish.
Me and my delicious lettuce
So
he loved his
selfish.
lettuce.
He
with dust.
Yeah, more
Him
food than you
and
ever eat.
his oatmeal gruel.
Yeah, like Sarah just showed up there with his oatmeal gruel, and it's like, oh man, I'm so pampered.
And just he only has context of one side of this.
Hold on,
That's
hold
the
on.
best.
Anthony, I gotta
Yeah.
give you context. I
Yeah.
was
This is a
showing
gruel.
one of my breakfasts.
Did you,
Right.
do
Here
you
you
just
go.
eat? Do you?
Here,
Uh,
I put it in the cage chat.
oh my god.
We've been memeing this fucking breakfast for like since like the day it was posted. It's just
I love
it's
how-
giving Industrial Revolution.
So is the Windex like the garnish, or just happened to be there?
If I don't answer, it's funny.
It's dessert, actually.
It's the cleanser. You know how you do like a chaser? After you eat
Yeah,
something?
like a chaser.
No. You see how it's a clear liquid there? You see, I was drinking it, so I put it in the cup, and as it got closer to the gruel, it turned green. It's like
Man.
radioactive.
Horrifying.
I guess we gotta add Anthony to the Quietmarch chat too.
I guess so.
Nah,
We'll see, we'll see.
I'm just here. Who knows?
One of us.
Hold on. I actually I noticed something and it's bothering me, so I'm gonna quickly fix it. I used
What's
the
bothering
token
you?
art for your reactive. I want to
Yeah.
use the full body because I see that there's no legs sticking out between the area where Fabio's
Like,
like
See, I'm
places.
behind the 4:3 aspect ratio. It's fine. I'm still in scene. I can't wait to introduce myself. Then we end this in 2 sessions.
You're like
Like,
you're like a
so-
little you're like a little
Most of these
DLC
are-
character. You're good.
I'm like, it's Mass Effect 2. I'm the last remaining Protean.
Listen, if this were a game, the Paladin fight happened in its entirety. It's just at the end we were able to convince you to stop fighting us. You see.
Oh no, you would have been. I would have.
Party. You are debuffed because bosses that become party members are weaker.
I have bad news though, Anthony. Before
Yeah.
you got here, unfortunately, Fabio did not kiss you on the cheek. That probably would have de-escalated things a lot faster.
I don't think you know what that word means.
De-escalate? You mean aggravate?
I'm pretty sure I would just hit metal. Yeah, I would not be able to reach that.
Yeah, there's no
you're
cheek. There's no
hitting
cheek right
on
there.
Middle.
Yeah.
But yes,
Oh
looked
no,
at-
there's no cheek. It wouldn't have worked. You're right.
She's got
would've had
cheek
to-
armor.
how much stronger is Paladin Black compared to the others? If we look at the stats, currently Fabio's
All right,
power,
let's-
which would be what we would equate strength to, is a 4, and Paladin Black has a 5. So he's stronger. He has overall stronger stats and stronger aptitude. But as far as the stats are concerned, in this form, he's not that much stronger.
Wait till I unlock my final form for the finale. I just break out the legendary Super Saiyan. Just go full
You dropped
Broly.
your weight of clothing.
I strip this armor off and I just transmogrify.
I'm sorry, you dropped your weighted skin.
Yeah.
See, what happens is he puts his sword and his shield together. They morph into his signature giant war hammer, and then he fights for real. You see, he's not a shield boy.
That's why
I
he
just heard
missed
the
those
fucking-
first 2 attacks. He wasn't used to the range of the sword.
It's so light. It's so crazy. I have to be so careful. Magic is easy. I just point and shoot.
But yes, whenever you guys would walk your way out, explaining the things that you would to them, we are going to move to one of the other groups very quickly. And by very quickly, I mean we are first going to start with Law and Kyle.
Where do you get
What's
these?
going on, man?
Where do you get these? Like really? Cult is a dragonborn and a turtle. That's a really good turtle. Oh
Quick,
shit!
Kyle,
Oh, yeah.
kiss Law on
We
the
got
cheek.
a bunch of
Let's-
a bunch of nice things that I bought
That's-
off of Etsy.
Wow, that is actually a really sick turtle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we love monkey.
As Kyle kisses Law on the cheek, now you can be our 5th DARP.
I would have had other
Oh,
people make
shit.
them for me, but the Annuale game was a very quick turnaround of let's do that real quick. So I just bought a lot of things off Etsy.
All right, look.
I just had to make sure they weren't AI, and then I'm like, that one, buy. But yes, that being said, we make our way to Law and Kyle. They would step out from the area they would be in, stepping off into what appears to be another hallway. Looking about in this one, it looks similar to the trophy hall you were just in, Law. But when you look off and around it, there does just appear to be potential faculty rooms and other things off to each side. You're not sure what you can do. You do note that whenever you usually go into doors, things change around you.
Yeah.
So perhaps you can convince somebody else to open one of the doors or do anything there what you want. But at the moment, the hall seems to mostly just be doors. There are a couple of doors off to one side. There is a end to the hall that whenever you look to it, you definitely get an idea that stepping out there would basically just be like stepping out of this room, which would just send you back. There are a few students off and about that seem to be off doing their own things here, as well as there does appear to be a teacher that you do recognize around, speaking with another teacher. Let me grab a couple students. We'll say that Tamara's here. We'll say that Michael's here. Is that Michael? I think, whatever. We'll say that Nicholas is here. We'll move Torea over here. We'll even get Kyaral.
All of our friends.
Yeah. There were several people that are apparently just sort of off hanging out doing their thing a little bit away from you. And again, in this hall, there does appear to be a couple of teachers. I need to actually create a new token because I can't find him. And I'm sure his token is where the other black token was. I just am not able to remember where I threw them. So it's easier to just do this. And by easier, I mean where the fuck is the one without legs? There's the one without legs. I also have a very funny thing to say about this one whenever we bring it over here.
Okay, Captain.
Bloop. And bloop. You do see that off at the end of the hall, outside of one of the rooms, appears to be Cyan, as well as another person, another middle-aged man, which was the prompt that I gave Aaron whenever he made the image.
He looks like Price but dehydrated.
Inflated Price.
It looks like they put him in a tuna can.
I loved what ended up coming from this, but the prompt I gave them was middle-aged man, and whenever he sent it back to me, it was middle-aged man as the name of the thing, and he looks like he's like 80.
Me when I'm middle-aged.
How it feels when you turn 30.
But yes, as you do see that there are the group of students that are off seemingly either doing any kind of tasks in the hallway or just staring at the different or coming out of the doors that would be there. And then there are the two teachers that are off away from what seems. You and Kyle make your way in. Toledo and Buckeye following right behind. Toledo still looking as if they are trying their best not to speak.
It's okay. Toledo, get on Buckeye. You're now a quote. Don't worry.
Toledo is currently hiding Buckeye. That's not a skeleton man. That's a student.
My beautiful student, the spear man. That's his name.
What's his name? Okay, what's his name? Obelisk Bones.
Bones.
Buckito.
Bucky.
Bucky.
I like Obelisk Bones because he's blue.
Obelisk Bones. This doesn't seem to be
Oh my
any...
god. Like Obelisk Jones, I get it.
Yeah, it's a joke. Hee. This doesn't seem to be anywhere with equipment, but that sure is Cyan and another teacher.
Maybe we could see different what's in the rooms, but I don't know what will happen if we touch them.
I'm not. I mean, each room is sort of like a spatial area, right? So I don't. It might just take us somewhere else, but not.
It'll take us
Not
either
sure what
somewhere
happened.
else or back. Usually when we touch doors, we just sort of get sucked into them, right? But maybe
yeah.
maybe there's a janitor's closet or like a storage area in the hall somewhere. None of us can do anything about it though. We can maybe ask Miss Sand to do it. And by ask, I mean I could pick up that chair over there, and then I could bring it down on top of her head.
You don't need to. You don't need to bring a chair down on her. It's all right.
Well, just in case she says no, is all I'm saying.
I feel like we have better options.
I'm actually not that mad at her anymore. I figured it out
It's
really,
just,
but I thought it was my thing, so I just started, saying it.
Well, if you think it's funny, I understand. Maybe let's just tone it
helping
down
me
a
cope.
little. Oh, I see. Well, let's say it not in audible speaking range, and that should be fine.
I don't want to say it in front of Cavelli.
You know what? That's perfect. I suppose we could try asking her. I don't know. We went just for a janitorial room for supplies. I don't.
She probably will listen to us, yeah.
Let's attempt it.
We just have to convince her to be the one to open it, maybe. You guys want to make your way forward?
Yeah.
Do you wish to wait for them to be done with their conversation?
Yeah, let's wait for them.
You see that the two of them seem to be speaking. As far as you can tell, the one that is standing in front of them appears to be leading said conversation, and she is looking somewhat disappointed with with the current talk that's going on. As eventually the person seems to notice all of you and begin walking away, as if noticing finally that there are people waiting to speak with the teacher.
I was just gonna torture her forever.
Deflated Bryce.
Deflated.
He can have a real name.
Deflated Price. Perfect.
They took a pin to him and they deflated him. Oh my god, it's Twink Price.
As you would see him make his way down the hall and then into one of the final doors along that area. Upon them walking out and going in that direction, you do see that Saiyan seems to somewhat lean up against the wall a bit before noticing that there were students over here as well as students over there, and she's like, no, nothing happened, I'm fine. At this point, she seems mostly free.
All right, let's swoop in.
As you make your way over, it's been some time. Are you finally done ditching my class? I see that you still have him around. Motions to Toledo, but has skeleton inside.
Both of them, yes.
We don't mean to be ditching class. There's just so many things we want to learn. It's been over a month.
I've just been ditching class. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Not a lot of people stick with the necromancy studies. It's perfectly fine. You did have a lot of potential, though, so it was a little disappointing.
Well, maybe some next month.
Now,
that's
what exactly is going on?
We needed help with something, if that would be all right, Miss Lan.
Of course. What exactly do you need?
We're trying to find our way to the It's gonna look back to Kale, like, keep helping me here.
The gardening room.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. for gardening. Right. And you need my help to find the gardening room?
Can we be honest with you?
I would like you to be, yes.
We're trying to find something that would be able to break rock.
To break rock?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there are some mining supplies over in the storage areas, just off to a couple of areas down that way. They motion toward a door, like 4 doors down in the hall. Not sure if you'll be able to really get any crazy things that'll break rocks, but there should be maybe some hammers or pickaxes about.
But as long as it helps with being able to do it, we had to actually get some. Could you accompany us? I feel like we've got on a reputation. I don't want to increase
Yes, you
it by
should go.
doing
You should
things
go
well.
with us so that no one thinks that we're doing anything weird. Are you doing something weird?
No,
No.
not weirder than it would be.
She looks to you guys. I would like you to roll me negotiation, Law.
That's fair. That's fair, man. It's like, you know what, ma'am? That is fair. I can give you an 11 plus 2, so 13.
There is a slight almost exasperated giggle that comes from them, as if they are at least going into somewhat of a lighter conversation. She walks forward. Of course, let me lead the way. As you guys go a little bit down the hall, you see them make their way toward the doorway and then motion to you. Should be right in there.
Of course.
Yes, can you open it for us? It might be locked. It's not. We don't lock the storage area. Could you open it for us? Our fingers hurt.
Can I be honest with you again?
I would like that.
Between us, we've been messing with a teleporting spell. This has been kind of throwing us everywhere whenever we touch a door. So, we don't know if...
A teleportation spell?
Yes.
They step over towards you. Do you do anything?
No?
As they do, they seem to bring their hand over toward where your head is. They bring their hand up to you, as if potentially checking to see if you're sick. As they raise their head up to you, or their hand up to you, you do seem to be under the effects of some kind of a spell, though. That spell seems familiar. It doesn't seem spatial, though. What it is, I can't seem to really pinpoint it. But I'm very familiar with it for some reason.
So it's not a teleportation spell?
No, it seems to be... As they tilt their head slightly. Seems to be... very temporal? Odd.
Temporal?
It's not a magic that is, taught here. It's actually somewhat lost. Magic that affects the flow of time. You are cursed in some way, are you not, Law? What happened?
I'm not sure.
And also,
A couple of...
why have I seen it before? I'm gonna roll for them very quickly, because they are put in this situation.
I want them
did
to
not
roll
ask for
so
this.
well and to realize what's happening immediately. Please. Saying please.
That is a 16 with their +5. They look to you, they look to Kyle, they then bring their hand up to their own head. It's the same. I'm under the same spell, am I not?
I will believe so, yes.
Yet, I am not teleporting all over the tower, at least to my knowledge. So that is not a teleportation, meaning you do know what effects it does have, since you told me the incorrect effects. Correct?
If I explain them, it will have to be somewhere that isn't here.
Law, I'm going to ask you a question, and
Yes, ma'am.
my reaction will change depending on the answer you give me. But I do expect the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
You are a little older than the people I mostly see here that are starting out their journeys in this place. Law, are you and your ally here, Kyle? Are you students at this academy?
No, ma'am. We don't know how we got here.
Why are you like this? Why are you lying again?
Fuck it. We actually don't know how we got here. We're not students of this academy. What do you mean lying?
They seem to look to you. As they do. Now explain to me, Law. Are you a threat to those inside this academy?
I don't know.
Roll me negotiation.
Yes, ma'am. This is not mine. I cannot wait for us to have this conversation. I roll low. Battle boss music starts happening again. Battle boss
Aw.
music starts happening again.
Aw.
Ruh-roh.
Roll me one more time.
I get one more.
You got a fleeting.
That's it from Emerald.
It was not from Emerald.
It was
That's
not for me.
incredible. Hey, I can give you a 10.
A 10's good.
It's better than free.
You do find that as they look to you, as they look to Kyle, there is a bit of a distrust as they look over at Kyle, whom they always do remember Kyle being very iffy around them and potentially talking under the corner of their mouth about attacking them.
I will either sink us deeper or help solve this. I would still have the flower, the melodic flower that she would have made, right?
That is very true. Before you say that, though, I do want to very briefly do this. Hold on. Let's do this one. No, not that one. Let's do this one. Nah, not that one. Let's do this one. None of them have the big thing I want. What about this one? Yeah.
The drum music is back.
You do see that there is a slight change in their demeanor for a moment, as they haven't shown any aggression towards you, but you do feel a
Suspicion
magic
has been
beginning.
aroused.
You do feel a magic beginning to build in them that they seem
We're
to be
currently
hiding
at
from
the,
you.
yeah, we're currently at the you know, like in Skyrim when it's like sneaking alert. We're in the middle of that.
Is there anything you'd like to do while you still can?
We've talked before. I'm gonna pull out the flower. You would giving me this?
They look to the flower. As they do, for a moment, there is a shock that goes across their face as they see it. And for a moment, it's almost as if they are scared of it, but there's an extreme interest that goes across their face. The room goes dark around the 3 of you. 4 of you if you include Toledo. 5 of you if you include your boy.
I include all of them, yeah.
As the room gains a darkness about it, you do find that there are cracks appearing in the floor around you and Kyle. She seems to have yet shown it on their face, but because of the magical awareness you have, you can tell that a spell has been cast.
Yeah, she's cast to
Law-
send you to hell 5,000, I say.
Law, I would like you to roll me for your initiative.
Yes, Captain. Here we go again.
Why?
And I don't get the luxury of being in the timeline where nothing happens. She's just gonna kill me for real.
That's pretty good, Law. You can tell, because you were going first, several beings are seeming to start to rise from the ground below you.
She has brought in the fucking crew.
Is there anything you'd like to do or say during your turn? You have 3 actions. She appears to be using necromancy.
I have noticed there seem to be creatures coming out really fast. I've shown the flower. I could
You
try
know,
the thing I did last time.
for
I don't
the
wanna
flower
trigger her
thing,
more.
For the flower
Yeah.
thing, I want to give you some context. You do know
Yeah.
her entire time at the academy, which probably 70 more-ish years before they
How many
meet
more
you,
years in the future? Yeah.
was in her research for that thing in particular.
Particular. Yeah.
Meaning this scion sees you bring out something that should not exist.
Yeah.
This is something that she would make decades from now.
Sorry, I revealed to you your master's thesis 70 years in advance. I don't know how to convince you, but I guess I just take the first action 6 seconds, right? Let me just kind of like
You
I don't
can,
know how
you
to convince
can have
you
more
for
than
it.
6
so you-
seconds. It's just your
yeah,
action.
like roughly, you know. It's like
If we go D&D terms,
you-
yeah.
yeah, we go with D&D terms. But this is you make this in the future. This is the result of your thesis.
As you are holding up, trying to get them to have a reaction to you
Explain
with that,
it.
roll me another negotiation.
Yes, Captain.
That's all right. That's a 15.
15.
In the future, the result of my thesis, the temporal magics around us. You're making some sense, Law?
We met in the future. It would be 70 years from now. It sounds crazy, but it's all I can really say. We got sent back while we were trying to find you to help a friend, and for
That
some
is
reason
not
you're also here.
Everything you can say.
Uh,
You have precious little time. Explain to me what you're doing here. And do not lie. You haven't so far, right?
I haven't. Ma'am, I don't know what to tell you. We have been dropped here to find Prince Zaro for some reason. I'm a visitor. I died like 2 weeks ago and I'm here.
You died.
And Kyle comes in with a steel chair!
Then before you die again, Law, what is it that you need to dig for?
Some sort of undead. You would happen to know about it? I don't know if you've heard any sort of undead nearby.
An undead. I do sense a powerful presence, not only outside of this room, but in this room with me. These magics that are affecting me are from my future. They seem to be, for a moment, now reminded of a creature that they can summon, not here, but in the future.
Man,
Something-
if you summon the great seed, we are gonna
something
die.
Goes about their face as you see this, as you see a somewhat creepy smile go across them.
Yes, ma'am.
They don't seem to remember anything much, but you now see much larger cracks appearing throughout the entirety of the floor.
Ma'am, do not release the ancient horse seed. You get 70 years in the future, please.
Is there anything else you'd like to say with your final action this turn?
Unless I pick a god and fucking pray, man. I don't know. I'm just sitting here like, oh shit. The only other thing that comes to my mind, I'm freaking out, is to do what we did every other time, is just drop Toledo on that thing.
Do you want to attempt it?
Toledo, please.
You find that they seem to, something about them here in the past seems to be much different than the Saiyan that you know in the future. Maybe they haven't been broken by the Academy as much yet, but you telling them that they have more power and that you have
This seems
the
to excite
answer
them.
to everything they have in your hands seems to mostly just get them excited and more willing to murder you. As you tell Toledo to get upon them, I would like you to please roll me for Toledo. Toledo will rush off of the thing they're on, and they're going to attempt to drape themselves around, saying, roll me a +3, please.
I'm going to choose to bite hard or die hard. I'm going to invoke and snare here.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I'm going to invoke that advantage, and I'm going to hope we roll better so that when she gets her advantage, she doesn't kill us next turn. Why did I get 20?
No, that was needed. That was needed. You needed to do that. It was a sacrifice.
It was a sack. So true. So true.
They will still get a
True,
disadvantage.
bestie.
As they see Toledo coming. This is an attack on them, at least as far as they are concerned. So they will attempt to dodge it. You have invoked this. You will give them disadvantage.
I've tried to do the talking route. It seems to be more making her willing to kill me. I am invoking Toledo. Get in the hat now.
Toledo throws themselves upon them. As Toledo does, Saiyan is now covered in this green cloak. As they look as if they begin to struggle, their turn will start. Which means that something will rise up from the ground.
It's right behind me, isn't it?
You see rising up from underneath what appears to be a skeletal creature with wings upon its back. This large steed-like creature rising up from underground. As you see it rising from beneath, it is very much pushing the 3/4/5 of you in different directions as it rises up. However, because it is not currently being directed, it will only rise. As first, we have to have Saiyan roll to try to release themselves. As we also have Toledo rolling to try to awaken them. Toledo first, please.
Okay, I drew that.
I will give you your advantage here
Okay.
I
because you
believe
not
in
20 the
Toledo.
first roll. You also have a fleeting from fake person.
Thank you, fake person.
So roll me 3 times for Toledo's +3, please.
Come on, Toledo.
You know,
My
chat, I
other
gotta tell
dude. Let's
That was
go.
the best viewers you could ask for.
14.
How dare you? How dare you say such case shit?
7. You can be gay. I don't care.
Yeah, you're allowed to be gay, I guess. Just not around Coatl.
Yes.
I mean, she might
Highest
be
is
fine with 2
14.
men, but
Altogether, what was the roll?
Highest is 14 plus free.
17.
That.
Let me look at Ensnare real quick.
It just gives advantage, so you can choose to use it now. Oh.
With the disadvantage, they get a 5 plus their magic, which would have been a 5.
Yay!
As they are currently struggling, something about them seems to be resisting the magics of Toledo. But they are not able to resist it this turn. The skeleton will look toward Toledo, and then will look toward Toledo's summoner.
Hi, sir.
I'm gonna roll an attack against you.
Hi, big skeleton man.
skeleton man.
Will that hit you? You have a 14? That will not hit you. That will just not hit you. That'll be a 13 altogether from this thing. It'll have one more attack. Another 13! You find that this creature stomps downward towards you. As it flaps its wings behind it, it raises its head and seems to crash downwards, trying to impale you with its horn. Also, Lily did a good job, despite not knowing the anatomy of the thing. They went and did a lot of research, and they made it, and they did really well.
Yay!
She has made this creature very, very well, and I love it.
I'm glad that we get to give Lily a good boost before this thing beats me to death.
It missed you both times. So we are going to go to Kyle, who will wander to the side of the room, will grab the chair they pointed out before.
Yeah!
And they are going to crash it down on top of her.
I mean, she finally gets to fucking do it. She's been waiting so long and patiently.
Finally, permission.
That is a miss on the first one. Toledo and her seem to move out from the way. Slam number 2. It's another miss. Final slam.
I believe in her. 'Cause she ate recently.
That is true. She did eat.
+1.
So that is going to give her a
She is
+1.
well
She will have a
fed.
12, which does not hit. She
Oh.
starts slamming the chair over them, but Saiyan seems to be dodging with every single bit of the grace that they have on them. Very nice sleeves, by the way. I like their sleeves. Anyway.
Yeah, they're really nice.
I'm going to continue to say that. We're going to go back up to Law's turn. Law, I need one more success from Toledo.
I'll see what happens.
Are you as Law going to do anything?
Fuck it. What do you want me to do? I'm being assaulted by a gigantic sea.
I'm just asking. You don't have to.
Okay. Where do we know the door is to leave? Like right behind us?
Yep. You could very much attempt to throw them into the Quietmarch with you.
I am gonna try and throw her in with my great physique.
Law, you go forward. You attempt to grab at Saiyan. You are not the strongest person in the world, but you do have a Toledo with your aid. I would like for you to please roll me for Toledo's strength stat, which, unlike yours, is a 0. So
It's so true. We're going up.
at least it's not a -1. And roll me one more time, please.
11.
Since you and Toledo working together. 11's pretty good. But 12's even better. I'll roll against you. You find as you grab onto them, you and Toledo tackle them into the next area. Let's switch the
Let's switch the music.
Let's switch the lighting here. As you tackle Saiyan into the Quietmarch. You see them struggle upon the ground. As they do, I need a Toledo. Roll me for the +3 from
Let's see
Toledo.
if you do better.
We just need to see if they get one more success.
Come on, Toledo.
That's
Ooh.
18.
18.
Final,
That's a big Toledo roll.
final roll from them, probably.
Jesus Christ.
That is a
I
natural
know.
20.
I have decided.
That is not a success on that one. What's up?
What?
They did not succeed on that one. What are you saying?
Oh, I was about to turn into a critical failure, but if they didn't succeed.
No, I'm saying the Toledo didn't succeed.
Oh, okay.
Well, you want to be critical failure?
In this case, this is a helpful critical failure, correct?
Yes. You were causing
Yes.
Saiyan to critically fail.
Yes, Saiyan will critically fail.
Oh man, you guys don't want to come here and watch me wrestle down a woman who is no longer technically old?
You see as Toledo engulfs them, as they wrap them up into the fabric that they have, there is a shine from them, that same greenish shine that came from them before, as Saiyan just yells outward, as probably many, many, many years flood into their brain.
Oh, it's all coming in.
As they yell outwards. Things seem mostly calm. Following him from the other side, Kyle and Buckeye rush their way in. Saiyan seems to have stopped struggling.
You're right.
I do. I literally waste my entire life in this place. Every one of my years gone in service to this jail. And I'd nearly forgotten it all. I owe this place nothing. Sorry. You can release me now.
All right, Toledo.
Toledo flies off. As they do, they
Thank
stare
you.
forward. What's this place? Looks like one of the mines beneath the tower.
That's because it would be, I suppose, if it's the Quietmarch.
I see. You may not have been listening before, but I was speaking to the headmaster before you came to speak to me. He had just gave me my report back from my previous thesis, saying that I was not yet to graduate from here, saying that my debts had not been repaid, but I would be staying here for another 3 years. Now in my head I see that I stayed another 60 or so, maybe longer. But I succeeded. You showed me that I succeeded.
You'll hand her the flower bag.
She looks over to it. Whenever I saw you, back when I saw you before, however long ago that was now, I thought that I was over it. But having seen his face just now tell me that I'm still staying here brings up old wounds, I guess.
Those have the habit of coming back up. This feels quite literal, if you would ask me.
You can get past your traumas. You can get past your mistakes. You can get past any of these bad feelings. Obviously, time does heal all wounds, but the scars, looking at them always reminds you of how they happened and the pain that happened before. We always want to move forward, and I do believe I did, but now the only thing I wish I knew was I wish I knew this a little bit sooner so that I could have attacked the correct person in that hall. Not that that would help anything. Sorry, Law. Thank you
No,
for
that's
reminding
alright.
me of everything.
Sorry for tackling you.
I'm confused. Lots of memories are entering my head that I don't know how long it's been since I saw you for real. I believe, while it should only feel like a day, I think it's been many years since we spoke, really.
That is close to what we think is going on. It's a little...
Monkey O, is he alright?
He is, although in a same state as you. We had found him in one of the halls and we had to...
And the boy, the one you were looking for, is he alright?
He never entered, or if he entered, it's not yet happened. I'm not quite sure how to explain it.
Right.
He is not here, as it were.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. They look around for a moment. I believe that the people here are our students, correct? These shadows?
They would be, yes. Basically anyone who's here right now.
Are they real? The people here, are they... Am I really me? Are we visions, or are we us?
As far as we understand, we're all us. Physically, it's just...
Then I still
whatever.
have a duty to get them all out of here, then. Even though I don't want to be a teacher, I have to be.
If you don't want to think of it as a duty, you can think about not letting all these people fall into a Quietmarch, which seems to be what's happening right now. They might be fine. It's mostly us, I think. I may have endangered you in that way. I was reluctant of doing that, but...
We have been mining in the Quietmarch for many years, down below the academy. The Cloud Reach is... well... there's many things that we don't tell to the people that they see on the surface. But we can talk on... Around that time would be when several people from behind would start making their way in.
Fabio, what?
Hello, we found the man. He decided to follow us in.
Is that alright? You seem to be in good terms. I'm not sure how that affects
You will
things,
see that
but...
we are roughed up a bit.
both Hall,
Are you
both
bleeding?
Hall and Fabio look as if they've been fighting. Fabio Hall is missing a sleeve, and Fabio has like a big freaking just kind of gash down the front of their armor.
Are you alright?
Peachy.
Anthony, are you there?
Yeah, I'm actually fine.
No, you just been letting them talk. You just standing there.
He's just standing there like thudded.
I see you're able to rescue Saiyan from this.
Oh, that one's saying.
Rescue is a strong word, but oh, you're the, I guess in the time that I just came from, the new Templar that have made their way.
Yes. The new one. And you're that master necromancer.
In the flesh, though, I see that that's similar for you now that I'm more aware of things. Oddly enough, it doesn't seem to suit you.
No. But we do what we must.
Interesting.
Hmm.
A completely intact and completely sapient ancient undead.
This is why I don't like necromancers.
Sorry, I just happened to have noticed that you have been laid to rest with many grudges.
To recount any of them would take another 80 years, and I'm tired of the loops I've been in already.
Believe me, I do not have the time and my own thoughts at the moment to collect and aid in any way, at least at the time being. And it doesn't seem as if your grudges have belabored you in any way. You are still showing quite a lot of divinity. You're fascinating. Not unlike the creature that they look back over toward the doorway. Oh, I left it in there.
Is that you've left? Oh no,
I would. You
Left what?
summoned the thing. Oh no.
you don't know the shit I've seen.
I had,
How did- Hmm.
in my past, I was much more, I guess, hungry. Hungry for power, for prestige, and I had not yet had the years behind me that I do now that would show that I do not need to show that face of myself to my superiors. I hate to say it, but if you did not awaken me, Law, I might have killed both of you.
I was figuring that one out pretty quickly. Yes,
I'm sorry. I truly.
it was when you said you
truly
were
am.
going to kill me that I figured it out.
I'm sorry.
Are you in need of healing? Surely someone here can do that. You wouldn't be the only one.
I can give you some false life. Looks over toward Ha'al and Fabio. Though it will not heal your wounds, I could give you a sort of barrier of such. It would at least numb the pain that you may have sustained. Me and Law, they look over toward Law. I don't know if I did any damage to you. Your summon here was covering my face.
I myself, I'm alright. By sheer luck, I believe. Although your summon was very insistent in trying to murder me.
It was the first time I brought him out, and unfortunately I had brought them out in an era that they were not themselves holy. I have purified them in the future, or I guess the present, or wherever we are.
Don't think about it too hard.
But not back then.
But back then, they are an existence that existed both outside of this place and in the very soil beneath. They could be confused without me. I do not feel like I can return to them, however. The time for that has passed, meaning someone else must have gotten to him before me. Whenever we go into these areas, it seems to go back and forth about 2 weeks or so.
More or less, yes.
Oh,
So
you
if-
can walk and talk. I wasn't sure about you.
Oh, hello. I think that that's probably why. Just about any summoner in there can use necromancy. It's not hard if they put even the slightest bit of effort into it. I'm pretty sure that one as pure as that one could easily be controlled, most likely at that point by the headmaster.
Mhm.
Which means it's not going to go on a rampage of the students, which is a good thing, but I do hate the fact that a powerful undead is within that man's hands. So, what is the plan then? I assume that you've said that since you said though you have already rescued Monkey O, and you have brought this man from a past which I do not remember him, meaning you are not meant to be here either, are you?
Considering there's so much chronomancy in this group, I suppose there's no real reason to hide it much longer. No. No, I'm not.
Funny. Before you made your way here, I felt a presence of a powerful undead in these halls. Yet as soon as you stepped foot, I no longer feel that presence. What?
Well, it seems that we've erased the future you by bringing you here.
Unlikely. It all loops together eventually, I'm sure. Maybe facing cataclysmic devastation if I'm to understand the actual breakage of time.
I'm sure
But-
that once this spell has been taken care of, everything should sort itself out eventually.
That's
At
what it
least
was
as far
told
as
to
our
me.
memories are concerned.
Yes.
That being said, you had said that you're not against the Academy law, but I do feel that there is something more that you're planning on doing.
I suppose we could catch you up. We're still waiting for Cavelli and Monkey O to make their way back, as well as wherever the car and Quaddle went.
You don't know where the Coatl is? I thought you said you had it.
Oh, she went into
They're
that door
here,
over there.
but they went. Yes, we know where they are. Where they went.
They should make their way back pretty soon.
Right? No. No.
Cavelli.
It's Cavelli time.
Cavelli, you had made your way into the room here. As you did, you do find stepping off into the place, you do see that you are currently, from what you can tell, outside. Or at the very least in some kind of a garden. As you look around, you do see the windows, quite similarly to how I mentioned it to Fabio before. You do see windows along the sides of the walls off a bit of a distance away. And you also do see hanging above what appear to be those same crag crystals that you were using before, letting in, from what you can see, sunlight throughout this entire place. As you look around, the actual garden itself does seem to be currently being taken care of by several students, watched over by a few Templars and whatnot. And off a little bit away, you do see what appears to be...
Alright, let's see.
File located. Begin operation.
You do see what appears to be a young boy, a little bit away from you. One that currently seems to be sitting alone inside the gardens. You do not see any other beings with them. That being said, along their shoulders, you do recognize a Coatl along them, which, to your knowledge, should not be the case, but also you know that there's a fake one running around.
A beautiful fake Quaddle.
That being said,
Okay, we should probably be... Oh, wait, we met him already. Hey, you!
oh, here
In
I
a
go.
while.
Oh, hey, you're from the entrance, right?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Oh, you know, causing chaos and mayhem, partying with this lovable guy. Yeah.
Hey, just partying it up. Aren't you the janitor? Yep.
I cringe.
Partying it up as a janitor.
Look, we caused so much mess that he kept coming frequently. So, you know, if he's gonna clean the mess anyway, he might as well enjoy the mess. So he started to make a mess of his own.
I guess that makes sense.
This guy knows how to party.
So, how's your first year going?
I don't like thinking about it too much. Just so much to remember, you know?
Honestly, whenever I had saw you back then, coming in with all the other people that were making their way in, all the other transfers, it seemed like you weren't really that into the idea of using magic.
No, but you know, some people kind of grew on me.
I get that.
You know, just wish the book studying wasn't such a pain in the ass.
You're a red robe, right?
Eh.
At least it's minimal, right? From what I understand of it. Have you got to go outside yet?
Not yet. I kind of flunked a few, kind of missed a few, so you know, they're gonna.
You're so natural at lying. It's beautiful.
I'm sorry. I haven't got to get out yet either. Though apparently for me, it's going to be a little bit longer.
Oh, how come?
They said that when it comes to blue robes, they're usually the longest that stay in here. They stay here because of all the study that they need to do. But when it comes to me, I have to do essentially the study of all three of the main classes. I have to get through the yellow robes training as well as the blue robes training, and maybe the red. I'm not quite sure about that. I don't know if I'm physically capable of that.
Oh shoot! You got the? Have you been doing any studies with the red yet?
No, not yet. I've mostly been.
How good? How
Go
good
ahead.
are you with the book stuff?
It's one of the only stuff that I'm getting so far. I'm not able to really get a lot of practical use out of anything. I can't control any of my summons yet. The only one that
You think?
barely listens to me is this one.
Oh,
You see the little qualm puff out their
Janitor,
cheeks.
a janitor.
Sorry.
He may be able to do it.
Do you think so? Him?
Hey. Seems nice. I think he has the patience. Look, I'm gonna be frank with you. I'm really struggling, and some of the teachers are really mad at me. Can you please help me a little bit with my studies?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
You're such a fucking natural.
Okay, can you come with me? Hold on.
Are you?
What are you trying to do, Lily?
Hey.
Lily?
Hold
Let her
on.
cook.
I
Let's see
got-
what happens.
I got my books over here.
Lily, what are you doing? You
Shut
understand
up,
the
Emerald.
issue
Shut
with
up.
this?
Let's see what
Lily.
happens. Shut up, Emerald. Shut up.
Okay.
She's going to lead to her books in that doorway.
Cavelli, I'm gonna let you get about here, and then I'm going to have you roll me something.
Are you sure? Are you
Okay.
sure?
I need you to roll me for your experience, please.
Lily, please, for the love of everything, Lily.
Who knows? I mean, who knows what'll happen? Who knows?
Oh well.
Monkey O, would you remember?
Would Monkey O have paid enough attention?
Is he even there for it?
He was around, I think.
He was around a little
Okay,
bit.
close
Oh
enough.
shit!
He wasn't making any interactions with that, but you do see that whenever you get to the end there, not only does Monkey O seem to for a moment like stop in front of the door, but you also see the Coatl like start to make little snake noises and start like yanking on the
Like,
back
bitch,
of the
shut up.
cloak. I mean, actually, I think your books exploded.
Oops.
Exploded when they left this door.
Oh yeah. I kind of forgot about that. So
Exploded. Calm down,
I
Coatl.
had this chemistry set. I tried to do a bunch of homework at once, and yeah. But thank you for that. I did not want him to see the mess I would have caused with that. Whew. That really de-escalated things. Whew.
You see, just from behind, because Azaro seems to be trying to calm their Coatl down. The Coatl looks back in your direction, and you just see a fucking absolute death stare from the Coatl.
It takes its little tail and slits it across its throat like you're dead.
Hey. I was trying, okay? I was trying. Don't judge me.
They're probably just cranky. We haven't really eaten yet. Maybe I can go and grab some food and we can come back?
Yeah, let's go grab some food. Oh wait, can I even grab some food? Can I grab food? I don't know anymore.
Lily.
Maybe
No,
here if you're
Cavelli's asking Monkey-O out loud.
if you're needing things, you actually see him pull out what appears to be a small satchel and he hands it over to you. You see it seems to be full of glass.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you just see the Coatl pulling them away. You should probably be able to get something with that. They do seem to leave in the direction of what you can assume to be the cafeteria.
Okay, thank you for the save. I actually kind of forgot. I got so into
I
character.
almost
there.
forgot as well. If he leaves here, apparently, according to that other woman, he explodes.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we know what this place is now, right?
Yeah.
Also,
I don't want to come back with nothing.
well, I mean, that creature was acting odd, wasn't it? I know it's being controlled by that Anthea woman, but it seemed almost like, I don't know, its personality was shifted from it. Do you think that they actually are being the Coatl right now? Or something?
I mean, no, she's with Oh my god, did she really?
They said that they were going to make a copy so that he wouldn't be upset, but I don't know what went on beyond that. We should let people know at the very least. Maybe
Well,
before the
let's-
Coatl returns as well.
Well, hold on. Do I smell her babysitter?
You're in a garden. There's a lot of smells around.
He's allergic.
Jeez.
Oh, pollen?
I can.
You just see him
If
dig
the-
into a bag and pull out a handkerchief.
Oh, thank you.
Here you go.
I don't want to return with nothing.
What
Oh,
kind
also,
of flowers are you sensitive to?
I don't know. Probably. Oh yeah, those ones.
Oh, all right. No pansies.
All right.
Perhaps some other type. I'll figure it out.
There's stuff I gotta figure out too. Yeah, I'm gonna make things perfectly clear. I can't smell him.
You can't smell?
So, wanted to see if I could smell Qual's little babysitter fella.
Oh,
If
right.
he's around here. Yeah. Might be faster for us to just head back and Topi's back at the very least.
All right. Let's go.
First, this one makes it very clear, very fast. So, I don't know why I feel guilty about this, but also I feel guilty. Kiss Kyle.
Oh, nice.
Pumped up.
like
Was
a
it
kiss
hot?
kiss or like a kiss kiss?
I made it a kiss, but that's besides the point. Point
I'm
is,
gonna be honest with you. You didn't feel like the type to be that assertive.
I wasn't, and then I met my friends, and then I met you, and it felt more natural. Like, I am more assertive. I am more these things, but I never let myself because I always felt too scared to be betrayed. And then my friends are like, "Oh, look at us. We're going to stick around." And then you come up and you stuck around after the date, and you didn't make me feel scared, you asshole.
So what I'm hearing is we're going to the beach.
Yeah,
I heard I kissed Kyle. I'm conflicted right now. Unless you're into, like, multiple people.
I
Like,
didn't
don't
say
know.
that, but at the same time, a kiss is a kiss. All I have to do at that point, if from what I'm hearing, you're thinking that what I am thinking about what's going on right now, I just have to figure out a way to up the ante.
Baby.
You're
that's a
right.
boy.
Get the hell over here for a second. I know how to solve this.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Makeout session 2.
You
Oh my
look like you
God.
raise up to go for a makeout session. As you do, you see him seemingly put a hand out to you. Hold on. From what I'm seeing, you seem to think that this will help you in some way.
Yes, because then
Cavelli.
I'll know.
A relationship is
Yeah?
far more than the physical types that you have here. Kissing someone, while it's great, fantastic, even if you find the right person, it's not the end or the beginning of anything. That is,
It's not?
no. There's way more to a relationship than kissing.
Like hand holding.
In fact, when it comes to everything, I want to be able to show you all of those things, even if in the end, I'm not the one you end up choosing. Even if in the end, all that happens is I just go on a few nice dates. If in the end, we just go to the
Time
beach
choose?
and...
Are you saying we could still do the date thing and I have time to choose and I'm not betraying either of you yet?
Cavelli, we're not going out. We're dating. Well, at the time, you wouldn't even call it that. We went on a single date from my perspective. We're going to hopefully go on at least 2 more from what we've planned. And while that's happening, I want us to have fun. I don't want us to be held back by any thoughts of guilt or anything of that nature. If you're kissing someone else, that's fine. We don't have anything exclusive right now. In the end, whenever we do decide what we want, and what we want could be completely different things, or we could make whatever we want work. That's what the dating phase is. We need to find out what we're both comfortable with. I don't know what that is yet, and I'm
Hold on.
sure you don't.
I'll at least check something in my brain for a second. He'd probably taste like sandpaper. Just is a nice guy, but I just don't think. I think it's just you two. All right, you two are the conflict.
Well, I'm glad I made it in the top 2. I want us to go on our date. I want you to make me food that's going to blow my socks off, like you said. And if you still want to kiss me then, that's when I want it to happen. Not here in this random garden, around flowers that are making you sneeze. I want it to happen on our terms, the same as what happened with you and Kyle. I want it to be memorable. You'll always remember your first kiss, but I want you to also always remember your first kiss with me. Whether it's good or bad or neutral. Is that fine?
Relationships are complicated, but thanks to you, I'm able to have one, and I'm less scared, so, you know, you got a point up there.
Hey, you're just going through this, and honestly, when it comes to relationships, it's not like I'm some expert either. But anything that will make things even a bit easier, we'll try out. And again, don't worry about anything. I've kissed other people before as well, and you're not jealous of that. So I'm not going to be jealous of Kyle, and it's not going to change any relationship I have with your friends.
Alright, because I had to make things clear there, because if you got in an angry rage, tried to kill her and everyone, then I'd have to put you down here, and it'd be easier here because there's probably some poisonous flower you don't like, and it's... You know how it goes, like, you try to cut off her head and use it as bribe, all that kind of... My upbringing did not
gonna
have
pick you
great
up.
influence on romance.
You don't have to worry about me doing anything you read inside of any kind of story like that.
I didn't read stories.
You grew up in a terrible, terrible environment.
Now he's getting it.
And I am never letting you go back.
Not even to get my stuff.
We can get you new stuff.
God.
Hey,
He starts
if
walking
you
toward the
fumble,
door.
Darn.
if you
Stop.
fumble the turtle, do you think you'll take me, the player, personally?
Darn. I guess I'll get a new stick.
I love my hembo who understands relationships.
I love a good relationship conscious himbo.
I mean, it's like, I will not have any kind of weird love triangle drama happening here.
It's
I
not
will not have
happening.
that.
I
Hey
don't want it to happen.
guys.
I don't know anything about this polycule you keep mentioning, but for now, let's just wait and have our dates. We've already been promised too. It's fine.
Alright, did you guys see a quad? There's more people.
You guys
Oh,
see
Cavelli.
Cavelli and Monkey-O make their way in. At this point, you guys would have just been talking about waiting for the others to show up.
Yeah, but you were right on time.
There you are,
actually.
Monkey-O. There you are, teacher. And Armor Bird.
Paladin.
Paladin Bird.
No.
He said to-
I'm not-
he said to
I'm
call
not
him-
engaged with that.
He
I'm
said
not-
to call him Black, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Unless you want to go by something else. Now that everything's out in the open.
I don't have any other name.
Let's get everybody in the same shot.
Look at all these fucking people.
Bye, Fabio.
So,
Bye, Fabio.
okay, so you're probably wondering why I was skipping class. You
Cavelli.
see, it's because I'm a rebel, and I was partying. Hell.
Melly, she's here now.
I was told to only talk about hitting Saiyan over the head with a chair when you're around. What?
Did you do it?
I tried. She's really fast. You what?
Lucky.
You dodged several times, yeah.
Whose face was
Yeah.
covered by a Toledo.
It was quite impressive. I was thinking, and there was no way you could
see,
dodge it.
we're
for
the
first time.
delinquents of the school. I know you're with us now, but you had to understand we had to be the delinquents.
Toledo awkwardly, like, I was trying not to purposely get hit, so he's just, like, arms, like, behind and whistling.
Either way, is there more that you're waiting on? This seems to be everybody that
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember, other than the one that was
So-
traveling with you.
So she's not back yet, and either that's a really convincing fake, or we might have saw her on his shoulders. So I'm kind of like thinking here.
Are you referring to Koado?
Yep.
We had met with the prince. We had saw that the coatl, or at least what we assumed to be the fake one, was draped around his neck, and they were sitting in a garden. However, whenever we had had some incidents went down, they seemed to give us a glare. One that seemed...
You gotta tell them, woo, I got egg on my face.
He looks over at you. The two of us made a grave error.
Mom,
The two of us together made a grave error. But we were able to...
That needs to be rectified, or is it already done?
We were able to come to our senses together at the same time, right before performing it.
Oh, that's good.
No need to worry on it.
Yeah, we didn't bring the prince past the door. Woo.
We were going to bring
Ah,
a
so you
pistol
told on
for-
yourself, I see.
It looked like Monkey O was trying his best to not like say it. It was all Cavelli.
I appreciate it, but this is one of those scenarios where you gotta laugh and keep laughing because the embarrassment is gonna make sure you never do that again.
Sometimes all you have to do is laugh.
He would have exploded,
It's fine.
apparently.
Yeah,
You be shot.
Our books exploded.
we're gonna laugh now, and I'm forever gonna have this scar and never do anything like that again.
What were you saying, Anthony?
You'd be surprised how often the embarrassment just makes them keep doing it over and over.
Not me though. Not me.
Oh, you'd have to be
never
really
doing
into
that
the
again.
embarrassment for that to happen.
Or just dumb.
I
Well,
suppose.
in the little time that I've known you, I have not seen embarrassment to actually stop you.
In fact,
know-
from what I've seen, embarrassment seems to make you go forward.
Stubbornness is... Yep.
Joe,
Oh.
you stubborn.
Are you talking about your date? Yeah, she was talking quite a lot about it during everything going on there. Oh, you have to tell me about it. No problem. As long as it's all right
Now,
with you.
I have to tell you about it because now I can't. They're probably bored with all this, but
We
you
do
know,
have other
we're
things
gonna
to
have
talk about, yes.
later.
Yeah, we
Yes,
should
please.
concentrate.
Well, it does seem as if all of you are somewhat, at the very least, not having too much malicious thought if you are having other talks like this during everything. That being said, so the current plan is to try to get Zoroel. Or Zoroer.
Yeah.
Zoroer.
We're trying to find out what happens to him at the academy and then rescue him, I guess, at the latter part, because I don't know if we can save him.
Is
right
that your hope as well, Black?
I know that he suffers terrible loss and a trauma that wrecks him deeply. I am here to rectify this.
One of the big things that you would know, Black, that
I remember very little, but I know the Coatl is the key.
one thing you would know is that you have never seen the Coatl until you came to the past.
Yep. Gotcha. My goal may involve the Coatl.
I mean, what way? I mean, I suppose that would make sense. You were asking about pudding, and that seems to be the only thing that has reacted to it.
There is no Coatl where I'm from.
I see.
What is your relation with the Coatl and the prince, then?
The
Why
Coatl?
exactly do you
Nothing.
care?
The prince is my friend, and I'm here to help him. Even if he isn't my friend yet, here. So
he does get out of this, then.
I don't know what he's like now, only what he will be like. So,
Oh,
Is he the kind of
Yes.
person
kind.
to like go up to someone and then like make pss, 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 over and over in their ear?
to one person, I've seen that.
Yeah, they did. The voice in our head did that to Cavalli for like a day, like a day straight.
No person
A
I'm
little
thinking
bit more of
of,
a day.
No, I don't know if he'd do that here. It's complicated, but he is difficult to deal with. I can only imagine how he is here. And I know that something unjust happened here. This place burns. I don't know why. But he loses something important here.
What?
I intend to return him.
Black. I would like you, looking at your stuff here, you have a 2 in focus, so I'm going to assume that that is going to be for most of your figuring thing out stats. So I'm going to give you by next game. By next game, you'll have your own sheet.
Neat.
But I'm going to give you a +2 for your experience. I would like you to roll me experience, please.
Such an experienced boy.
I was
That
almost.
almost at 20. I
You
demand
did?
a mulligan. This
Let
bullshit.
You don't get a mulligan, but you did earlier before you were a before you were a player character. You got a fleeting, and I didn't give it to you during that.
Oh.
But now that you are a player
pretty
character, you
funny.
can roll your fleeting.
You know what? I know why it didn't work right.
Oh, you got to bring it over here.
Yeah, the dice. You gotta go to the dice tower. Oh, I gotta move this one out the way.
Wait. I know another reason. Hold on.
Oh, why?
I know another reason. There you go.
Aha!
That's so
It's
hard.
impossible.
You
It's
can't see the
impossible.
number on
It's
the die.
perfect. That means I don't know if it'll be good or not.
We will literally have to hover over it to know.
That's a 60.
That is an 18 altogether.
Woo!
We're getting near the end of today's game. One other thing that you will notice that the others would have no way of knowing, because future, despite me saying it for like several games now in a row, when you look over at Saiyan, you will notice 2 things about them. First off, in the current arc of where things are, everything we've said in the lore chats has happened, meaning the blue into other blue thing has happened in your
Right.
in
The
things
whole-
going on there.
The whole city burns and shit, yeah.
Not only that, you also would note that on their chest, you see a diamond-like object. That seems to very much remind you of the item that Blue keeps the orb in whenever he was in his blue robes. The thing that usually adorns the belt that he has on him. Not only that, the sleeves of this person seems to remind you very much of what the female blue wears on their arms. Meaning they would have got them from somewhere, which means this person would have lost them from somewhere. Meaning in the time you are at, either this person is gone or this person had got robbed by blue. One or the other.
Something happened.
Blue hit her with the steel chair and ran.
So potentially whatever happens with blue also involves her in some way. Whether or not you want to reveal that to anybody is entirely on you.
Incidentally, there are certain outfits they have a proclivity for. You remind me of those, Sam.
Oh?
Is this a common garb?
Zoroair wears a white robe when they're in the academy here. I wear golden robes. These are for those who join the academy with adept potential for the different kinds of magics.
No.
Though mine are, because I became a teacher, mine are custom. There are no other robes like it than these. Are they too revealing?
No.
I based them off of a woman that I had seen performing a dance in a village off to the south, along the beaches.
Does this outfit have the clasp? Is that magical?
Oh, this. They bring their hand over to it. As they do, you would see a book coming seemingly just off into their hand. You guys remember them doing this in the library whenever you guys had got the red robes before. This is a storage device. It is one that can hold any item, no matter what kind of power or size or shape it is. Usually certain magic items and other items themselves have issue being held within certain things. This has a unique effect of being able to basically transport anything that isn't locked down into the ground. If need be, I could put a carriage in this, or a person.
It seems that you may have inspired them. I just
like
recognize
my-
the clasp.
Just like my robes, this item is one of a kind. One of my own creation.
Fascinating.
I've tried many things whenever I was attempting to graduate from this place, but the college apparently thought me too valuable to let graduate, to allow to leave.
Yeah.
I have been in the Cloud Reach for probably around 80 years of my life now. Perhaps more inside of this loop that we're in.
Most likely much more.
I came in around the same time as Monkey O first, though I came a few hours after with all of you, so most likely a little bit less time than you. And I can't really fully figure out in my head exactly how long I've been, though I do recognize certain faces and know certain things. That being said, if you have something to do with things, and these items are in particularly unique, then perhaps the key to figuring out what happened with the prince is to bring you in front of them. In the way that I am now, he shouldn't notice too much of a difference. I have one of the main perks of learning necromancy to the form that I have is I do have a little bit of a longer life than most humans. I have been able to keep myself in somewhat of a youthful appearance.
Dangerous magics, those.
But needed if you plan to, well, teach or live for as long as I do.
So
Though you're
often
one to
seen
talk, aren't you?
As if my state was one of choice.
I assumed that it was not. We'll have to talk more, Black. See what all can, well, come from your vast knowledge and my understanding of your plight.
My knowledge only comes in the forms of wardens against abuse of magic. Though it seems many wardens like that are far too late to be given.
It's no wonder you came here in the guise of a Templar. Cavella, you make your way back up?
Oh no, I'm saying it while I'm there.
Yep. All the way down there? Okay.
Okay, never mind then. I go.
No.
Hey,
You can do whatever you want.
you mentioned the Quaddle disappearing.
It doesn't exist.
And I'm getting really concerned. What if she ended up at a time where she doesn't exist and...
My words, there is no Coatl, but I don't know if it's because it dies here or if it's simply lost. All I know is that there is no Coatl.
Either way, I kind of want to go check up on them if possible.
The sooner I can get the cup guy.
Well, they went in one of the doors when we did. I don't assume that they'll be spending like too much more time in there, as far as I know. But
You got
it is
enough.
weird.
Log
that they
got in a
haven't come back
fight
out
with
yet.
her, and just saying, maybe they encountered someone they couldn't deal with. Neither of them are fighters.
Let's see
There
what
are
happens.
others in here.
It seemed like whenever we came out, motions over toward Fabio, we came out after these two, motions to Kyle and Law. So whatever time we spend in there should be the amount of time that we come out from. So maybe they're just distracted. Should we wait a few more minutes, or?
Wait, what could they be distracted by?
Maybe they found
saw
something.
The
Frank.
thing, again, Monkey and I saw either fake Quaddle or normal Quaddle, and it's got me concerned, especially with the not existing aspect. I don't know. I at least want to go
Do you
check.
guys
Does
want
anyone
to
want to join
spend
me?
any amount of time waiting? Because you do know when you go into there, you're not going in at the same time.
You can give it like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, we can wait.
If you wait
Maybe
15
it's
minutes,
just being difficult.
you will find both of them do return.
Oh, thank goodness.
As they do, you do find that the Coatl at this point seems to be stepping in with just a bit of a like pouty look on their face, as you find that that Dakar seems to have a bag of items behind him that he's dragging in.
I didn't think the
There you
Coatl.
are.
Did I piss you off recently?
What?
Did I piss you off while
Yeah.
you were on the princess? While you were on the princess shoulder?
Oh, that's the Coatl.
Whenever I first met you, yeah.
Pavel, you know that the other woman made a copy of her.
I know. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't you being distracted by being mad at me and.
She wouldn't have been able to get there with how this place works.
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm not going with him anywhere ever again. Motions over toward Dakar.
What is with the bag of items?
happened?
I'm sure something here will be of use, says he brag. He's just
Ooh,
dragging
where'd you
this
live?
like large sack behind him.
Where
He pulls
did
out
you
the blue
happen
orb.
to
Ah,
land
useless.
in, if I may ask?
We found a treasury.
Treasury.
Ooh.
Yes, and I was busy going through and finding those with the most, how do I put, substantially weird effects.
Ooh, okay. Show us.
As he
I wouldn't
brings,
tell.
As he brings the bag open, you find that it appears to be a bag full of, from what you can tell, seems to be bits and pieces of armor, as well as personal effects, from what you can tell. Black, as you look at it, you see,
I was about to ask.
you see what appears to be some items that you know for a fact some of your allies had came in here with.
They lost.
What? He just reaches in to grab like one or two, and he just pulls it out like, this was, they lost them? How did they lose these?
Because we were going through student rooms, not a treasury. No, there was plenty of treasure around.
He just, so I just want you to imagine these two giggling about this over the bag, and this Black just leans over them.
You look
Just
inside.
looming over them.
You look inside, Black. One thing you will note from what they then say is that this appeared to have been a student storage room where they took personal effects from students to place into there. Looking in, a horrible realization comes across you as you do see inside of the area what appear to be several boxes of the same kind of things that you had cracked before whenever you had fought Fabio.
Several boxes?
As you look into there, you find each of these boxes is mostly empty.
Oh.
When I say mostly empty, I mean looking at the bottom of some of these things, which are like, think like a crayon carton is what they're in.
A lot of those.
You see that each of them should have held around 8. Most of them are empty, and you do find that here's a D4, my friend.
Oh no.
Oh my god, only a D4?
Here's a D4, my boy. Why don't you roll me that D4?
Probably like D4 plus like 1 or 2. I'm assuming.
Bark, bark.
So this entire time, Black was nigh like stoic and flappable. Now he looks panicked. How many? Oh no.
Middle of the road.
You find that there are 2 usable ones in here.
They're all just running around with them.
Is there a problem? You seem quite agitated.
Oh, what are they doing? Oh no.
You would know.
No.
You would know, Black, upon looking at this, these things are not affected by whatever time shenanigans are happening here. Meaning, depending on how long you've been here, these things could have been used over the course of the week you feel like you've been here, or several variations of hundreds of years that have gone through. They would not replenish whenever you guys returned. You then have a horrible realization as you go to your own bag to look for yours.
Mm-hmm. He
As
pulls
you
out one of his
see,
own.
you do not pull out one of your own. Fabio, you would remember looking in the room that you had found Black in, he had a full container of these things. However, now outside of time, he is empty of them.
That was full when you were
Where
in
was
there.
Where?
While you were in the
It's
room,
gone.
it was full. So that means that while you were in there, not affected by this, you still had all of them.
Oh.
Meaning that you've, over the course of however many loops, have used up most of them.
Which
All of them.
means we all of us, there were hundreds of us. Oh no. He takes the box and puts them
before
in.
the doom set in.
Just how much have you changed?
I don't know. These
How
things
much-
let you
Wait.
rewrite the timeline without any consequence.
How much have you changed and it not matter?
I don't know.
Because the
I've been here for a week. I think.
As you look down at this, you take the 2 remaining ones from the others and place them in your own box. It dawns on you just how long you and your allies must have been here affected by this place. And as you look to it and as you think back to everything that's happened that's apparently been for nothing because these loops continue, I think that with that, we are going to end things off here for the night.
Congratulations on the existential dread that you've now come upon by becoming a player character.
We have all, me and the 100+ people that came here, have been burning through these sticks, and it hasn't changed anything.
And it hasn't completed your mission even once.
What the fuck is going on in this shitty tower?
Also, I also have to point out, when we first had the event go on as a planned thing, I had the funniest thought in my mind of, oh, it'd be really funny if, like, because Emerald's here, he got stuck in, like, some kind of funny little time loop. I shared that with nobody ever at all. I had no idea any of this was going to happen, and it's so funny that it has.
It's so funny.
The main thing that I can love to bring up is, again, like Black says, hundreds of people are here, and each of them were given a case of these things.
Yeah.
And there are 2 left.
There's 2 of those.
I hope that sinks into every being here.
And before that,
what that means.
and before that, a big thing that I'd love to bring up is just simply how terrified of the college Blue was and did not want to have anything to do with this, to the point where only, like, whenever they were away was White, like, feeling able to actually look into this place.
I'm gonna shove my staff up his ass when I get back home.
I'm going to find his ass and then I'm going to shove it up.
Wait till we tell you that you and your time travelers were killed several times.
Yay.
Yeah, no, you
Anthony,
don't even know
you're here.
Yeah.
Anthony. Again,
Cool.
I can only see this thing going for two or more sessions, like 2 or 3 sessions. But for that time, we will probably go to the Kingdom Hearts time for the start time for this, which means somewhere around 7 to 7:30. Whether or not things go down in the way that we figure them out, who knows? I know that adding in Anthony was always in the back of my brain a potential, so I do know how to go forward with this. It's not a big rewrite or anything. That being said, it's very funny that we have you. I like it.
Now we gotta shift all the tables over by 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll fix it. I'll fix
Now
it.
we can hide behind you.
Oh. Well, I can't be the only combat character.
You're not. I have some combat in me. But I want you to come over and look at spin for me for a second. Come to my sheet and look at spin and what I accidentally did and did not go back on.
There you are. Everything's piss color. I can't. The 3 rounds of combat. The squad does not. Oh.
That's the
Now
only
look at
thing
it
to have
again.
open.
Look at everything else and look at it and understand what I did to myself. I can't use this card.
Speaking of which,
Way to go.
there
ding
were
dong.
2 combats that happened this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would like our 3 characters here, whenever we come back to things, to remind me that you guys are going to remove 2 of your little black parts, your little black squares,
Yeah.
as
do
well
that.
as I'm going to be giving you guys some aptitude.
Aptitude, baby.
You guys are going to be gaining some extra power upon adding some powerhouses to your party.
Hey, beep, 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 beep.
Unfortunately,
I love.
Horse is not here.
Unfortunately. I
Horned
love how
winged
the-
horse is not here.
I love how the no damage run remains pristine out of pure and rotten luck. The first combat we had, I left.
As I
Second
mentioned, I
combat,
always knew
you
that this game
coward.
was going to be a short one. That's why I've basically made almost every encounter in this able to be either talked through or removed, except for like very certain ones.
Woo!
So,
we did
Law,
it.
I'm sorry Cavelli thinks that you taste like cardboard. I mean, sandpaper.
That's okay. It's the beard. I guess.
You were the one that took the stray, not me. I wasn't paying attention at the time.
Yeah.
You were the too pure.
Want to imagine that Paladin Black square is like map size? Paladin Black doesn't get a square. Paladin Black is not restricted by squares.
Doesn't need it.
The funniest part is that if this game ever continues, Paladin Black goes away at the end of this arc, effectively, and doesn't come back because he goes back to his time.
Goodbye, amigos.
I mean, here's the thing. He can go back to his time in two different ways. He can either go back to his time from temporal magics or wait.
Just chill for what happens.
He just waits.
Just becomes Bender in the freaking Simpsons crossover, where just goes into the Simpsons basement and waits for Futurama to
Like,
happen.
don't worry, Paladin will find his way back. It's the rest of us who are fucked if we end up in the future.
You guys know that apparently during your time, at least as far as everyone's concerned, the prince is still in the academy, or dead for most people, but for you guys, you would know he's still there. So who knows how long things are until we get to the present timeline. Who knows?
Yeah. With Black seeing the koala, it's like, yeah, it makes sense.
What do you mean? What is wrong with you? How come you're mean? Get me pudding.
Immediately.
Oh,
Immediately.
God, there's a second one. Maybe this one. Maybe this wasn't worth it.
Oh, what are they reading? What are they reading?
Escaping an orb for dummies.
Wait, what is it?
Where?
Look in
Escaping an orb for dummies.
it's in the Curse of the Quietmarch, our private chat, which you need to add Anthony to. This funny
Yeah,
art.
He's just laughing at empathy right now.
Fine. Let me throw him in.
Wait a minute.
You're now
I
in all of the game's
guess.
chats.
Yay!
Yeah.
One of us.
You can't escape me. Wait till I come back and after my Theros game's over on Sunday, and I come back as Doc, but like a cyborg.
Escaping
So
an orb
far-
for
Cyborg
dummies, I
dog.
see.
Listen, don't do that because
If
then
that
you're
twin
just gonna
dies,
leave
I
again.
go
and we'll be
free.
sad.
Maybe. You might.
Who knows?
Oh,
You know?
as you hear Bing, wait, I might be affected. Save him.
Yeah, we are gonna end things here. I hope
What are you
everybody
doing here?
hope everybody had a fun time. I will talk to Den about potentially getting a reactive done for the last few games, because that might be fun. But in case that doesn't happen because I'm short on funds, who knows? But we will see. All that being said,
It's
though,
okay. We'll do a little JPEG.
we will. We'll just do a little tiny JPEG, little Angie
Let's
palette.
bring back the bread finny again.
I'll just go
Yes.
to the current image and open its mouth. That way it can act like it's talking.
We need to bring back Pompeii bread.
No.
I still have it. It's
What
it's
you
a save
need to
reactive.
do is you need to get live action footage of a mouth and like crop over.
That's so messed up.
That's like some annoying orange shit, and I hate you for it.
We will figure things out.
I can see it in my head.
Hope everybody had fun. Until next time, guys. Like always, later days.
Bye.
All right.
Shit.